Okay,
All right.
so yeah, DV, who's yours?
I'm playing Dell. So he's a tiefling, wearing some chainmail. I'm gonna try not to go into the classes, but he probably looks like doesn't get enough sleep because he's got something bugging him. Sword and shield. Um, he's neutral evil. Probably not so much for like being outright a dick to people, but because he probably enjoys a little too much, like taking vengeance on people. Like you can think of him. I don't want to compare him to other characters, but he's kind of like the Punisher. It's not originally intended that way, but like he's all about vengeance. That's what he's looking for in a situation, and he's making a decision about it. He yeah, he follows the god of vengeance.
Nice. Emo.
Oh, I don't want to say emo.
Yeah, we get enough of an emo barbarian during our regular campaign.
I gotta learn to play this character because sometimes I struggle with it. It's very easy to just like go into a route where it's like, oh, this is what I would do, so that's what my character's gonna do. I gotta try to do something different with this character.
Today I learned that DV is on a quest for vengeance.
Yeah, dude. Some demon or some shit ate his village. That's the long-term goal, to have enough power to Oh, okay. I don't have to for the music. That's a bot.
Yes,
Yeah,
Dino's
that's how
bot.
I use background sound and music during the game.
Yeah, for a second it took me a sec. It took me a second to clue in, and I was like, "Who's ambience? Are they about to start talking because their mic's open?" Oh, it's the bot.
Yeah,
Okay, so I guess. Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
I don't know what else to tell you about my character. I've probably talked about it enough in the chat.
That should be good.
Okay.
Hex, who do you got?
I'm not muted. Okay, I have a gnome. She's from the Underdark, which is why she has just a gray skin. She came to this plane through a teleport portal by accident, and now she doesn't want to go back, and she joined a monastery, so she's a monk. And she's on a quest for the main monk leader. How does that called? The leader of the monastery.
does that have a name?
I don't know. The leader of the monastery asked her to go fetch his nephew, and she's doing that. But in the while, she's doing other stuff. She's not rushing to complete her quest.
Okay, so like one of those characters that does all the side quests first.
Yeah, exactly.
A completionist.
Yeah.
Look at kitten.
So Hex is playing herself basically.
I'm doing that in The Witcher right now. I'm like level 20, and I'm like, oh hey, this level 10 main quest. I should get around to that.
Or I could hunt this weight over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Krivkash, why don't you explain for our newbies
So
who you are?
yeah, I'm playing Griffrush. He is a Dragonborn cleric who who grew up in a monastery, who took care about a lot of relics. So he spent a lot of time with the monks, learning about stuff, caring about the relics, and he's basically Indiana Scales. That's it.
Does he have a whip?
I think I have.
have a
But I
six
think I
shooter.
have.
Does he have the 6-shooter?
I don't think so.
He's got
think
fire
allowed
breath
to have one.
instead. He can just breathe on
Alright.
someone.
I like it.
And yeah, I'm a bit of a thief, so when there's a trinket I shouldn't snag. So like, I a weird skull on a pedestal. I'm definitely gonna take it.
Bob the Skull will be eyeing you warily.
I'll try to steal your skull while you sleep.
Did you happen to choose that trinket that is a tiny skull by any chance?
No.
Oh.
I have a battery.
I was going to say if it was the skull, you'd probably have to worry about me trying to draw a mustache on that one too. I need an epitaph for my greatness, my darkness, my evil.
For your spiffingness.
Yes. And then I guess Arya. Or
Oh.
Sleepy Cat.
Oh. Good question. I guess she's a ranger, with a petable but sharply pointed hawk. And mostly she's to explore. She likes to explore, so she's just traveling the world to do so and to be part of the world. So I was sort of imagining a hippie when I created her. So, yeah. I don't know. What else do you need to know?
What's your pet's name?
Hawk.
Creative.
Hawk the Hawk.
At least you didn't call it Burb.
Yeah.
That was choice number 2, so don't rule it out.
Hmm.
Oh, it was pretty good. We didn't realize Narwhal's got a companion at level 3. So here we see a new pseudo dragon, and my character's wondering if Krivkash just suddenly gave birth.
I thought Kriv was a male dragon lord.
I am.
When you suddenly see a new baby dragon, you start questioning things, though.
Yeah, maybe Bob doesn't skip school that day, right?
Also, the part where they'd lay. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna bring science into this. Forget it.
Necromancy!
Necromancy!
Alright, I took a bit of time because I also noticed that I forgot to update Zuru's AC because Hex changed her character sheet a little bit.
Oh yeah, what is the name of your character, Hex?
Zuru.
Zuru?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Did change on the character sheet. Okay, so I'm going to assume that Silver is not going to show up anymore because it's now 25 past when we were supposed to meet. So, you are a group of adventurers. How you met, the story does not tell. And you have been traveling together for a little bit, and in a northern city in the far north of the Sword Coast, you have been hired because a few years back from the city there had been sent an expedition to establish a new logging outpost to look for rare wood types in the northern tundra. And the expedition went fairly well, and the outpost was established, and for a few years everything went fine. But a few years ago, they stopped hearing back from this outpost, and they're not sure what is going on, so you have been sent to go there and look what has happened, and if there's a problem, to fix it if you can. So it has taken you a few weeks of travel, but now you think you just reached the outpost from the south. So you can already see it normally, I think, now.
I see black.
I see the
On the very
darkness.
south is there's.
You have probably
Oh yeah.
DM fog.
If we
Yeah.
scroll to the bottom, we see our characters.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. Sorry,
Ah, okay.
here.
See.
So you see it in the north. So the walls are fairly low. You see a few buildings over the top of the wall, and everything is made from a combination of wood and ice. And the gate you see here is still intact. And around the walls there are a few holes in the ground, but other than that you don't see anything notable at the moment. So what do you want to do?
How deep are the holes in the ground?
They seem to go fairly deep, but they're not super large, like maybe a foot across or something.
Do they look like the burrow of an animal, or?
Give me an investigation or survival check.
I'm gonna choose investigation because that's my better one.
Damn.
They do look like burrowed holes, but they don't have any claw marks on them.
Okay. So not naturally occurring.
What do we see about the building itself from the outside? Does it look like it's intact? Does it look like it's in disarray?
Well. This is the wall around the camp. This is not
Oh,
a building in
same-
so much.
Same thing.
dynamic lightning. Haha.
Yeah, can we do we know
Yeah,
if
you
like
can.
does it look like there's been an attack? Was there like an ambush? Does it
The walls themselves look completely intact, only a bit not maintained for a few.
Oh, this
Nice.
dynamic lightning thing is cool.
Do you
Yeah, so-
say
Oh,
that?
that is cool.
Oh, that is cool.
That is really cool.
Okay, sorry. Did you
Cool.
say that the walls are made of like frozen logs or icy logs?
Yeah, it's made of a combination of wood and ice because they use the fact that there is permafrost here to strengthen their structures.
Oh, okay. Wood and ice.
Hey, Arya, you have a hawk. Can he survey the area from the sky?
I have no idea. I don't even know how to move him at this point, so that might be
You should be able to move him around the map like you can move yourself, but you can't. You can send him to survey, but you can't see through his eyes, so he can tell you if the coast is clear or something that
I
he
can't
can
even click on him.
do. Okay. Did I do something wrong about this thing? Represent character hawk. And I assigned the hawk to you.
Yeah, but when I
Why?
left click, nothing interesting happens at all.
Do we have... Okay. Probably.
He can just stay there. He's okay.
I see. I have two hawks, so I'm not sure. I probably assigned them to the wrong one. Okay, can you click him now?
No.
Okay, then it's the second one. Okay, and now?
Yay!
Okay, cool.
So now he's a sort of movable object.
That's the intention. Okay,
Hey, that is a living, breathing creature, non-object.
so I assume you send him to fly over the camp a bit, which he does.
Does he come back?
Yeah. Um,
You see a spear of light erupting from the camp.
Yeah. So after he makes a circle over the camp, he gives the scream that you have learned to recognize as the fact that the coast is clear, as far as he can see, of course.
I guess I'll let everybody know that the hawk says the coast is clear. Could mean it's actually clear. Could mean he didn't see any, mice he liked.
Okay. Maybe we should just knock on the door and see if anyone's home. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Bob the Skull just bursts in, wondering where his welcome is for being a grand new evil lord.
Okay.
Oh, it just opens. Sweet.
Yeah, I can. I put the doors as separate objects on the dynamic layer blocking thing, and then I can just move them out of the
Can you
way.
come here? What I see, but I don't think it's the right thing.
Oh, you
I
can.
think it is.
Are these windows?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's okay.
So you see the village, and it looks as if it has been abandoned in the middle of things. As you look around, you do not notice any bodies,
Okay.
but it also does not look as if people fled from here at the moment.
What are these blue things?
Those are the holes I talked about earlier, but I forgot to draw them outside the walls as well.
Okay.
So, I'm going to just investigate this one here to see if there's anything I can glean from knowing whether or not they ran in a hurry or just anything.
Okay, where are you? Oh, there you are. Give me an investigation check. "13. You're not entirely sure. It doesn't look anything out of the ordinary from what a normal hut would look.
Can I check for footprints
Uh,
to see?
well, you can.
What is that? Survival?
Probably. Yeah, sure.
Hey, mine says that only you see my roll.
I probably still says 2D GM on the top of
Yeah.
your character sheet. Yeah, you can turn it back to normal. Okay, so you rolled a 20. You don't find any footprints, and you think this is probably because whatever happened to the village happened a long time ago by now, and any footprints have been snowed under probably.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like, is there
Okay.
any documents that are visible on any on the rooms, like some books or notebooks or anything like that?
Journal.
Not specifically, no. Well, some journals probably of wood they found and sold and stuff like that.
Okay.
So is this a forge? The room that...
The room you're in, Zulu is in as well. Looks like it was a storage room, so crates with food and other survival things. A large, very large stack of pelts here, and this looks like it's like someone has been camping in this.
Have they left
In
much
building.
food? Is there much food left?
Let me check the thing. Yeah, there's about 30 days worth of rations, a dozen wineskins, 9 explorers packs, stuff like that.
Okay, so they didn't leave, at least not with all their food.
Also, I would like you people to make a perception check, whoever is inside the building. Which is now everyone I see.
It's funny how
Okay.
that works out.
Yeah, you are summoned by the mysterious perception check. Okay, everyone except Bob and Krivkash notices that the stack of pelts seem to be very slightly moving.
Well, nothing to see here, fellas. We should claim this as our own.
Okay, I'll take my
I want
sword
to
and I'll
investigate
use,
it
like,
further.
the tip of the sword to start moving like pelts off to the side.
Okay, you see what looks like a thin human male, still fairly young, who is hiding underneath the pelt and is looking at you frightfully and then saying, "Please don't kill me."
Okay, deal.
Another member of the Bob the Skull evil cult. Would you like to
What
join?
happened?
Actually, you are joining.
I don't know
now-
if you like it or not.
bandits? Are you bandits?
No.
Not yet.
Oh,
Is our profession
Good.
changing sometime in the near future?
Don't mind them. I'm the new evil overlord. We have cookies.
Do?
okay. Um,
What happens here?
how do you mean what? I don't actually know. I've just been here for a few days. See, I am a scholar, you see, and I am doing research, and I do research into cosmology and in the realm beyond and the magic of the void, and I know that half a day east of here there are spires that are connected to the magic of the void, and I need to see them.
I used my Arcana check to figure out if he's bullshitting.
You had me at the word void.
You have heard of void magic and cosmology before. You don't know super much of it, but he's not bullshitting.
Okay. He's not bullshitting as far as I can tell.
True.
Well, we are here to try and find out what happened to the outpost and the people in it. Do you have any clues about that?
I'm not sure. The place was like this when I came here, like, I think it's 5 days ago or something now. Say, you look like a party of well-armed people. May I interest you in accompanying me to the place I want to go tomorrow? Because I could use some protection, and I have money and spell scrolls to pay you if you want.
Oh, sure, a side quest. I want in. It's a side quest.
We're talking about the void. I am definitely in.
Maybe some
Okay.
stuff to snack there.
We'll figure out what happened to these people later. We'll just do the side quest first.
Could
Excellent.
you ask him if he's seen anything weird since he's been here for 5 days already?
Yes, I haven't really noticed anything weird, I think. Well, except the
many-
fact that
How
How
many
many?
empty wineskins are there?
that's only one, as far as you can see.
Oh, okay. So he's not wasted.
He doesn't look drunk. He looks a bit obsessive, like the crazy scientist, but not drunk.
Okay.
Oh, Clink is here.
We can pretend that we found him
Sil-
wandering around.
Silver is
stealthily.
online.
Ah, Silver is online.
Yes.
We can pretend we found him outside the logging thing because he was just kind of late to the party. Maybe he was.
Maybe he was hiding under the bear skins. Or the crate.
I think it's easier to just pretend he was with you all along, but he's blind anyway, so
Okay, so yeah, let's see if he's actually going to jump in because it's one of those things where if he decides that he doesn't want to, then yeah.
Some of the time. Top time.
okay. Tal asks if Magus is recording.
Yes, I am. The only thing I didn't record was I accidentally started recording after my character introduction, so I have everybody's but mine.
Alas, alas.
I can do a quick recap for Silver if he ends up jumping on though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, Silver is going to join still, so we wait till he gets here in a few minutes, and I put the encounters back to what they were before.
The life of a GM.
Yeah.
How do you mean put the encounters back to what they were before?
Well, I'd written down how many enemies I need for
Oh,
five,
I
7
see.
people. Yeah,
For balancing. Gotcha.
yeah. To make a fair challenge that does not murder you. Or at least shouldn't murder you if you don't do dumb things.
Hey, I see Silver joined the Discord. But he's on mute.
Yeah, I'll be on in a bit. I'm just gonna get the coffee, and the baby's waking, so I might have to deal with her too.
Alright, just give us a sign when you have returned.
Will do.
Okay.
Okay, I guess while we're waiting, is there anything else of note in the village? In the logging town? Like, I see all these other crates. See the wagons.
Yeah, well, if you search the village, well, you also find some money left behind in pouches, sacks, closets, things like that. But I honestly didn't pay much mind to loot for
Sure.
the one shot because it's just a one shot, so.
But no other information regarding what might have happened here.
Not particularly, no.
Okay, so we gotta go to the, like, Void Tower things.
Yeah, well, the day after today, because at this point it's already evening and the sun is starting to go down.
I'm taking this bet. Alright.
Yeah, so you may want to pick a spot to set up camp
Okay.
and stuff while I alter things. Okay.
As this is a frozen hellscape, we should maybe stick together and light a bonfire together.
Yes.
Like at the encampment of a friend here.
This also gives me the opportunity to check out the dynamic lighting in darkness.
Ooh.
Ooh, pretty.
So it should normally adapt to whether or not your character has dark vision as well. So if you
Oh.
don't have dark vision, you can't see anything.
Oh, I have dark vision. That's why I can see. That's cool.
I have superior dark vision.
Yeah, so you can see
Even
almost the
nicer.
entire map.
It's just day for me
How did you get superior dark vision?
by being awesome.
Deep gnomes have superior dark vision.
Ah. What is
Because we
superior?
live in the Underdark.
I also have some pretty good dark vision.
Okay,
Yeah.
but actually I was sleeping, so I'm going
Yeah.
back to...
Yours is even better because you see everything as if it's bright light and not as if it's dim light. Why is this not giving off light?
I think
This
your
should give
dark
off
vision
light.
is probably the better one.
Okay.
Superior dark vision is just like extra
It's
range.
further away.
Okay.
Extra range, yes.
Yeah, 120 feet instead of 100. Normally the storage room should now give off light. Can you see this or
Yes.
okay?
It's a little. If you can see my screen share, it's a little weird when you're on the outside. But I think that
It's
might.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what? It's probably because of my dark vision. That's probably why it's messing with
yeah.
it.
So the normal lines are just your field of view, and the lights sticking out are the actual light.
Got it.
Just the doors and the window, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah,
Light.
yeah. You can leave the doors open if you want to, but I assume you closed them because doors.
Yeah. How do they work?
Doors, how do
Magic.
they work? The mystical power of doors. Right.
Yeah, and if Fox is asking if I'm undead, no, I can't take off my head. I'm just wearing my trinket, which is an alabaster mask. Alabaster mask.
Oh, I think I do have the best dark vision.
Yeah, because you can see normally within 120 feet, and dark vision just makes darkness dim light.
Yeah, yeah.
You may have dark vision, but even you cannot see through the darkness of my heart.
I can see in magical darkness, so
Well, this is evil darkness. It's much superior than magical darkness.
It's advanced darkness.
Yeah, you get disadvantage to your dark vision.
I don't know if Silver can hear this, but I think my hawk is gonna try and make friends with him because they look similar. And what
they're bird people.
exactly?
I might try to eat the bird.
The hawk
Not
is
sure
going to have a
all might
crush.
be racist.
It's a dick move.
The hawk is going to have a crush on Clink.
Okay, do you, by the way, want to make any other lights or something?
Torches?
No.
Okay.
I'm at
This is
home.
a lot.
Just get attacked by night, it's not a problem.
Okay.
So, is Silver around now?
I am indeed.
Okay, just a quick recap since we have a couple new characters. Mine is a... You ever seen Invader Zim?
Oh, but
My
skills no.
Yeah, my character's like that. He thinks he's evil, but he's lawful evil because he's paranoid about getting arrested. Gnome, protection fighter. Then we got DV who's playing Dell. You probably could sum up your character a little bit faster than me.
Tiefling, Sword and Shield, Chainmail, he's all about vengeance and shit. Yep. He's on a quest for vengeance, and the power to carry out large acts of vengeance. Next.
Arya is a ranger, a human, and a hippie, and her pet is, or pet I think, is a hawk, and I think the hawk is gonna see other hawks and mice and think they're adorable. That's it.
Hex?
I'm playing Zuru, I'm a gnome monk, and I like to do side quests. Every quest there is.
Completionist.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. As for the story so far, you were hired to investigate an outpost that had gone dark, so nobody had heard of it from a while. It's in the cold northern tundra. You found the outpost, you found it abandoned. You also found a scholar who wants to hire you to go to a place where he wants to study void magic tomorrow. And I think that's about it. And now it's evening and you're setting up camp for the night. So I assume you are going to rest and maybe take watches or something?
Yeah, that makes sense.
We don't need no watches. The darkness is afraid of us.
With the darkness, but all the stuff that lives in the darkness.
That's why I have magic missile. I will cast it at the darkness. I really do have magic missile.
You have it in a bottle in your pocket. Just drop it out, roll it around.
Fear me!
Gifts.
Okay, so do you want to set up a watch or not?
Yeah.
I'm fine without.
Okay, who's taking the first, second, and third and fourth watch?
I'll take the first one.
Take
Take
the
the second
second.
watch.
Can we just
Okay.
have maybe the bird? Wait, the hawk has like superior sound or something like that?
I think it has advantage on sight.
I'm looking it up too.
Yeah, advantage on perception
Keen
checks that
sight,
rely
yeah.
on sight, but it doesn't have dark vision, so it can't see at night.
Oh, okay. How many watches do we need?
4.
4.
Yeah, fine.
Because
I'll take the 4th one since I do have dark vision.
okay, so Krivkash first. I think it was Klink second.
Yep.
And then I'm missing a number 3.
Del can take number 3.
Okay. So Zulu is going to sleep here anyway, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't like being alone after all.
It seems like that. Okay. About an hour into the first wash, Krivkash, you hear some sort of vague rumbling that seems to come from underground.
Okay. I seem to be able to see something. Do I have a torch? Do I have a torch for that? I have a lantern. So,
Okay. I'm going to put light on your character as well for the lantern.
I go outside and take a look down the holes if I can see anything, because yeah, if it's really rumbling, it could be just those holes.
The sound does seem to come from the holes.
Okay. I'll wait a minute or two if it persists.
It
Does it
does.
persist? You'll see a doctor.
In fact, gets louder and louder,
Okay.
and
I wake up the
We'll see a
others.
doctor.
and I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Right. Clinky, clinky.
Oh god damn it.
Why do I do that?
Okay, so on your character sheet at the top,
You
you can have
After selecting
initiative.
your icon.
Yeah, so you select your icon and then you click initiative on your character sheet.
I have like no initiative. Huh. Bob the Skull approves.
Oh, I get why he's called Clink now. That's a really cool name.
Yeah. Okay, I'm apparently going to have to.
The holes are dangerous.
Oh.
Can I ask the random NPC if he has seen these before?
Hold on, my browser decided to crash for whatever reason.
Great.
I just wanted to restart Roll20, not crash my browser, but sometimes in life things do not go as you planned.
There's only-
Alright, go ahead. I was gonna ask a technical question.
Go ahead.
How is the initiative after the decimal place is determined? I assume it's a tiebreaker thing. But...
Yeah, it's your dexterity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Although you can still get a tiebreaker from there.
Yeah.
But I see how it goes then.
Okay, I have been rebooted, so I can actually roll initiative for the monsters. And take their character sheets out again.
Jesus Christ. I just ran a
Don't know who that
21.
is in this lore.
That rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Well, don't worry, I ain't moving from this door. The darkness fears me.
So, sort. Okay.
They could climb in the windows, couldn't they?
Oh yeah,
Maybe not.
for my character, since he's a protection fighter, if you're standing within 5 feet of him, he actually can cause disadvantage on any attacks against you.
Yeah.
Quick,
Well,
gonna go and bum up you.
once per turn because it uses your reaction to do that.
Oh, and because Clink is here, I also have advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic. So hopefully we won't have a repeat of Krat.
That was a Constitution saving throw, actually. So
Oh, even better. I'm like max Constitution.
nevertheless, so as the sound becomes louder, out of some of the holes you see crawling what seems to be a sort of large slug with tendrils where its mouth should be and its back covered in ice crystals, and also very small humanoidish figures that seem to be entirely made of ice appear out of the holes. So Krivkash woke everyone up, which is good. This one is going to take its first turn. It hasn't seen anyone yet, so it's going to just crawl around a bit and look where the people are. Clink, you are just woken up. What do you do?
Link is going to go and have a peek out the door.
Okay, probably easier to move away the door for now, for vision
yeah.
purposes. Okay.
Is that the only door? Like, are these windows then?
Well, I think that it's like a double door.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then Link is probably going to start shooting some magic off. Let's start with a throw-in Shadow Blade.
Okay.
That is a bonus action at level 2. And I throw it at this prick directly in front of me.
Okay. Roll for it.
The question is, do I actually have a throw-in version of that attack somewhere?
I
throw it at what?
It is not entirely set up.
Didn't I add it to your character sheet?
It seems it's there, but it's only a +2, which I don't think is correct. I think it's supposed to be +5 because it's plus Dex.
Did I forget? Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
Attack. That's a dex attack. Your proficient range, I don't remember. Range 2060.
Yeah, finesse. Light and throw it.
Yeah. Damage 2d8. Psychic. And that's. And you have advantage to attack anything in dim light or darkness, which. This dim light or darkness. He's still within the bright light of your campfire, so normal attack roll.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Shadow Blade.
Okay. What's their AC? Your Shadow Blade does manage to stab him, and he roars and now knows where you are. Okay, next. Unless you still want to move.
Taking 2 steps backwards.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Next is this one over here, who is going to crawl over here and see what's all it's about. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next is this guy over here who.
Alright, hang on. This is the same initiative order as Dell, but Dell is not on the initiative turn order list here.
Did you select your token to roll, when you roll initiative?
You know what? I think I may have done that wrong.
Okay,
I
I'll add
do
you
see-
manually.
Do you see my name in the list? I don't think I did it through my token.
Yeah, you have to select your physical token to add the roll to the initiative tracker, but I'll do it for you manually now.
Okay, next time I'll try to do it correctly. I'll ask for some help with that.
Okay, your initiative was 17, not 1. So, I'm going to put your turn first. Okay, so it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay. The door is open here.
Yeah, or you can open it with your free object interaction.
By what interaction?
Free object interaction. You get to interact for
Oh.
free with one object on a turn.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was open anyway, so I'll open it just enough so I can see and attack. I will cast X as a bonus action on
Okay.
here, and that's my one
Okay.
spell slots.
Okay.
And I will. I didn't think this far ahead. Guess I'll Eldritch Blast them,
Okay.
because I can't get a big sword, and I don't want to leave a thing.
Okay. Did you check Hex? No, you did not. Yeah, so if you check the Hex checkbox, then it automatically rolls the damage together with the other. So now you can just click on the word Hex to roll it afterwards.
Sorry, I do not see X.
Did I not add under global damage modifier? On the core page of your character sheet, attacks and spellcasting box in the middle.
Oh, okay, I see it now. Okay, it's just more than I was looking. Okay.
Okay, and you can click on the 1d6 to roll it now afterwards, because you... Okay, so your cursed target is blasted by force and turns towards you. Do you want to stay there?
Yes, I am blocking the door and protecting behind me.
Okay. Okay, then this one can only see Krivkash, so he is going to sling. First, come a bit closer, I think. 30 feet.
Where Krivkash and I are standing, those are windows, right? That's not the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have partial cover.
Oh, I do have a question. I have the Arms of Hadar invocation, or Grasp of Hadar. What it does is it pulls people closer to me when I hit them with Eldritch Blast. Is it? Can I choose to apply it or not, or is it automatically applied?
Yeah, you can choose. You can means that you don't automatically do it.
Okay, so I choose not to apply it.
Yeah, I assume you don't unless you specifically say that you do.
Okay.
As the small icy figure comes closer, you also notice that the ground around it is frozen slick when it moves. And it flings a small shard of ice at Krivkash, who manages to easily catch it on his shield. Next is Arya. You haven't played D&D before, so I'm going to summarize combat a bit. On every turn, you can move, which is in your case 30 feet, which is 6 squares on the battle map. You can measure how much you're moving by starting to drag your token. Then you press Q, and then you get a measure tool. Aside from moving, you can also take one action. An action is, for example, attacking someone, or dashing, which means you get to move twice your speed, or hiding and things like that. And if you have something that lets you use a bonus action, you can do something that takes a bonus action. For you, your 3 spells, you know, all take a bonus action to cast.
Okay. So can I just try and shoot at them as kind of, or use my bow, I guess, as a starting point, just so I can get a feel for very basic.
Yeah, so you just tell me what you're shooting at, and then you click on, you click between the two of them. Okay. So you can long click on something to show me what you're attacking, and then to attack with your bow, you click the longbow in your attacks and spellcasting box on your character sheet.
Okay, so let's say this gentleman,
Okay.
slug, longbow.
He'll be a
Okay.
gentleman when we're done with him.
Oh goodness, I hope not.
Okay. It's a bit hard to aim because he's so close, but you just managed to hit him, and he's already starting to bleed a little bit in places from all your attacks. Do you want to keep standing there, or are you going to move still?
I'd like to move back a little bit because I feel like she's better at range.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Scoochie back here.
Okay. You sit on a crate. Next, Roberto.
I am going to go through the door to try and intercept this creature,
Okay.
and I'm going to use... Let's use Booming Blade.
Okay.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, the one on your character sheet is just for rolling the extra damage
Oh.
if they get, because they don't take any extra damage when you attack
it.
them. So it's just a normal attack.
Got it.
And tell me you're using it.
I'm using Booming Blade, normal attack,
Okay.
my flail.
Flail. Yeah, that definitely hits. So you crack a few of the crystals on his back. He does not seem very happy with you, and he is cocooned in booming energy. Next, this one is going to move a bit over here and is also going to fling a shard of ice, this time at Bob, who easily catches this on his shield as well. Then this one is going to come a bit over here as well, and he is going to do the same. Also hits your shield. The hawk takes a turn on Arya's turn, so it doesn't need a separate entry in the initiative, by the way. Okay, Zuru.
First going forward so that I can see the actual enemies, because I couldn't see half of them. The signs that the slug nearest to me has, what do they mean?
Hex and Booming Blade.
Do I get advantage or anything?
No.
Booming
No.
Blade just means that if he moves before my next turn, he's going to take 1d8 damage.
Yeah, and
Hex.
hex means I do extra damage to it when I hit it, and it has disadvantage on an ability check, which I actually never chose.
Yeah, but which one do you want to pick?
Let's say strength.
Okay, Zuru.
If I use my quarterstaff two-handed, can I still use my unarmed strike with it?
Yeah, unarmed strike can be kicking as well.
So why would I ever use it one-handed?
Well, that's more if you have something holding in your other hand.
Okay, use it two-handed and...
So you specifically probably don't want to. That's a natural one. So your swing goes wide. You slip out on the ice a little bit.
I also try to kick him.
Okay, that also misses. I'm afraid.
damn.
You are not used to ice.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take a second to actually read your character sheet because I forgot how it worked.
I can use my bonus action for an unarmed strike, or I can use 2 unarmed strike if I use my key.
See, on an arm strike is bonus action. Huh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Or it would be if it didn't miss. Next. Next is this one who is going to crawl closer. Now actually sees what is going on. And then is going to attack the nearest creature it can see. It first tries to scratch Zuru with its barbed tendrils, which does leave few scratches, and you take 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it tries to rub its rough skin at the top of his head against you, which also hits, so you take another 9 slashing damage.
Oh, it likes you. It spots you.
Krivkash, it's your turn.
So, I'll start conservatively. H. And I will toll the dead. This one.
Necromancy!
Necromancy, yes.
Necromancy, a wisdom saving throw. Natural 20. It is not told.
No.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, no, I'll stay there, yes.
Okay. Next, the Northern Elemental is going to come closer. And also going to fling ice at Bob. Does hit this time with a 22. So you take 4 piercing damage and 1 cold damage as a shard of ice managed to stab you through the chainmail. So 5 damage in total.
Come on. There we go.
Okay, and then this one is also going to crawl closer. Now it sees people and is going to also try to slash you with his tendrils 17. So you catch them on your shield and tries to rub against you.
Is he
21.
trying to fondle me?
He's trying to fondle you, and he fondles you for 15 damage.
15?
15, yeah.
Maybe we should just all die here, and then the one shot is also.
Yeah.
Well, that was almost a one shot right there.
He rolled pretty well on his damage. Clink. Well, unless you
Silver's
want to
mute.
cast shield, of course.
Silver's on mute.
Yeah, I mean you Bob. Did you want to cast shield against that attack?
Wait, I can use that as a reaction?
The reaction, yeah.
That's the entire point of shield, to cast it when you get hit.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay, so the 5 AC is enough, so you just manage to throw up your shield right before he slams on you with his ice, and you keep those 15 hit points, and you have spent 1 spell slot then.
Okay. There we go.
Shielded. Down for that.
Okay, Clink.
Clink is questioning, if I turn off the fire, will it drop to darkness or dim light?
What?
If I kick stones over the fire and get it off, will it drop the area from brightness to dark or brightness to dim light?
To dark, so neither you nor Arya would be able to see anything anymore.
Shit.
Okay. 'Cause
All
it's,
the others can.
Yeah,
And probably
I
the
get-
enemies too, because they come at night.
I get an advantage on attacks in dim light and darkness. I can't see in the dark. Okay, bonus action summons my Shadow Blade back, and then my action will be to hurl it.
this one is just still in dim light, I think. The other ones are in bright light. So,
Okay, one
this one
second.
and this one as well, I think.
Okay, then I'll step up to the window and hurl it at this one here.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Advantage. Hurl.
All right. Your blade manages to pierce the small elemental. It keeps going, but it is hurt. Okay.
Then I'll step back from the window.
Okay. Next is the hexed guy who crawls closer to Dell and tries to slash his tendrils.
Hang on, he just left his space and he has booming blade on him.
Yep.
All right,
He's-
he did, but he's not smart enough to not do that. So roll for damage.
Okay.
Thunder damage.
3 thunder damage. So as it crawls closer, the booming barrier breaks and it takes concussive damage, but still keeps going. It makes a tendril slash at you with 19 to hit, so that just hits. You take 8 slashing damage.
And I already used my reaction, correct?
I don't think you did.
Oh.
Yeah, you did for shield.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I made an icon for when you use your reaction, so we don't forget. Yeah,
got
so
it.
you
Cool.
use it for shield, and then he's going to make try to rub his eyes against you again, but that you manage to push away with your shield. And it's your turn to take revenge.
Okay.
Vengeance.
It's what I'm all about. I am going to hold my bonus action and just green flame blade hems.
Okay.
I'm going to check that global modifier. And
Yeah.
you know what? I'll Hexblade's Curse him just because I have a bonus action.
Okay. More
But it fully
icons. More icons.
Go ahead and remove. Go ahead and remove the booming blade one. The
Yeah,
spell
I
ends
just-
once he. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, I called to the guy if he had ever seen this before. Did he answer?
The guy is currently hiding underneath belts, so he
Yeah.
doesn't see anything.
But I asked him when they came over if he had seen those things before.
He shouted no.
Okay.
Some of you may have, if you think.
Yeah,
Okay.
do I know them? I have had many adventures, and I really know them.
Give me a nature check.
No, I don't know them.
You have never seen anything of the sort before. So that was 15 slashing for this guy. With one swing of your blade, you carve the entire slug in 2 pieces. And he is very dead, and which means you regain 5 hit points, if I recall correctly. And then this other guy takes, I think it's 3 damage from the green flame blade. This one, I assume.
yes, that was the intent. I think it was a bunch of slashing damage and some psychic damage, but whatever.
The damage types don't matter all too much in this case, unless it's cold damage. Okay, do you stay there?
I move up to form this line and just like step over this guy's corpse.
Okay. Probably going to move the corpse out of. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, next is.
Cut him in half. I just kind of like kick him over and step through.
And this one is going to fire another ice shot at Krivkash, tries to aim better this time and does manage to just hit Grifkash this time. You take 5 piercing and 1 cold damage. Okay, next, Arya.
Okay. So I'm gonna need a little help. I want to try Hunter's Mark, and I
Mhm.
want to try it on. So my first question is: there are 3 people in the door. Does that mean that if I shoot an arrow, I'm gonna shoot one of them on accident?
You won't shoot him by accident, but it does make it a little harder to shoot someone directly behind them.
So I was thinking if it'd be okay to be like here and shoot at this guy. Would I, so I could miss Duru. There we go. I speak English.
Ritual
Would
die.
There's one hero as well.
Yeah,
that work?
Yeah, well, for this guy would be a bit harder to hit than normally because Zuru is in the way. This guy you would be able to hit cleanly through the window.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Do you need to be close?
No, Hunter's Mark is ranged, so you can just cast it, and I put the icon on him. So you remove 1 spell slot.
Hang on. Okay, click this. -1. Okay. Sorry, hang on.
Don't worry.
Learn. Okay.
Okay, and then on your character sheet, you tick the Hunter's Mark box underneath your attacks,
Got it?
and then you attack, and we'll see if it hits.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Damn.
You cleanly hit the small ice elemental, and it's starting to look fairly shattered in places. It's still alive, but did already a fair bit of damage on it. Bob, unless you want to move back from the window or something.
Slightly.
Okay,
I feel safe there.
then Bob, what do you do?
I'm going to use Booming Blade on this guy.
Okay.
So just going to be a regular attack.
Mm-hmm.
And wow.
Yeah, no. You hit the ice crystals on his back, but they seem to protect him a bit too well this time. Okay. You get your reaction back.
And I'm going to stay here.
Yeah, I assumed. This guy is going to fire another ice shard at you. Just manages to hit. You take another 6 damage.
Who?
Bob.
Bob. Bob the Skull. He does not approve.
I assumed as much. Next. This guy is going to throw another shard at Grifkash with a natural one, so he instead hits the wall here or something. Zuru.
I'm going to do the same as last time. So try to hit with my staff. The slug that is standing next to me, this one.
Yeah, okay.
And I want to kick him.
Okay. You swiftly kick, slam him on the face, and then give another kick for good measure, and both attacks hit. And he looks a bit hurt, but still decently healthy.
Still, okay, then I'm going to use a key point to disengage and move back.
Isn't it a key point to disengage as bonus action?
I used my bonus action to
Yeah.
kick him. Okay, then I stay where I am.
Yeah, 11 hit points is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Also because it's his turn. So he is going to try and attack you because you just punched him and hit him with a stick. First attack just hits you. You take 5 slashing damage from his tendrils, and then... Ouch. Second attack also hits, so the rubbing of the ice crystals is enough to knock you unconscious because you take 14 slashing damage.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
I was just going to ask if the monk was naked so he could cast armor on her. Well, I think he doesn't really need to now.
I actually have more armor when I'm not wearing armor.
Yeah,
Yes, well,
monks
if you're not
have-
wearing armor, the clink would have been able to add +3 to that.
Yeah, but actually I think that would raise her armor class by 1.
Yeah, because if I'm not wearing armor, my armor is higher.
Yes, her unarmored AC is Wisdom plus Dexterity plus 10. Anyway, so
Yes, this raises it to 13 plus her
Dex,
Dex,
yeah,
and then
so
she
that would
still
be...
have her plus wisdom on top.
No, it's the mage armor replaces your AC. It doesn't add anything to it. So
Like
different
base AC becomes a 13 plus Dex modifier,
yeah, and
unless it's updating her base modifier, her base AC.
yeah, so her base AC becomes 13 plus Dex modifier, and monk unarmored defenses, your AC is 10 plus Dexterity plus Wisdom, so you can't use both at the same time. It's either one or the other. Okay, so the ice elemental knocks Zuru unconscious. Krivkash, what do you do?
So, let's use some healing magic. So, pills. I use. So, I am already adjacent to her, so I use Cure Wounds. That's 1.
Okay, Zuru regains 12 hit points and is no longer unconscious.
And I will also use a blind. Where was that? Shield of Faith on Zuru for an additional 2 AC for her.
You can't cast a bonus action spell and a level spell in the same turn. If one is a bonus action, yeah. If you cast a spell as bonus action, you can only use your action to cast a cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then I try to toll the offending snail again.
Isn't Cure Wounds an action?
It's a bonus action. Ah, no.
No, Cure Wounds is an action, so...
So I'm completely out of bullshit. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then I'm done.
Okay, Zuru, you are awake again, but you're still lying on the floor. Okay, the marked ice elemental is going to fling another shard of ice at Bob because it can no longer see the person who shot him. 22. Do you want to cast shield or take the attack?
I'll take the attack because the slugs do a lot more damage.
Fair. Okay, that's 7 damage. Next is the slug, who is going to attack you as well, because you attacked it last with a 10, so that doesn't hit you at all. And the next one is 23, which would hit even if you cast shield, so you take 6 slashing damage.
Damn.
Yeah. By the way, you have a fighter thing that can let you heal.
Yep.
As bonus action.
I saw
Think.
that the second wind.
Think.
Link is discussing the merits of Thunderwave with himself.
Well, it's a very good way to hit half your party and one enemy.
Right, Clink will have another toss at this guy.
Okay.
And this is with advantage?
Yeah. If you mean, yeah. Okay, you cleanly hit him, but it doesn't do a
Shit damage.
ton of damage. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is... No, you're dead. Dell.
Well, is going to use his bonus action to recast Hex on this guy. Same condition as before, I think.
Yeah.
Strength thing. And he's going to attempt to hit him with a sword.
Yeah. Your attack catches on the crystals on his back and does not hit.
Hey. Right, well, he's gonna kind of keep this line blocking the door going, so he's gonna stay put.
Okay. Next is this ice person who is going to fling another shot at Krivkash with natural 20. You take 7 damage. Arya, what do you do?
Guess the same. Well, shoot at the same guy as last time.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn how to do this one of these days. Here.
Yeah, it's the first time. Don't worry about it. With a clean hit from your bow, you shatter the entire elemental to pieces.
Ooh.
Nice.
I think you can move your hunter's mark now to another
Yeah.
enemy.
Yeah, you can move it to a new enemy as bonus action. Now it's dead.
Oh. Can I do gentle ice dude over here?
Yeah. Okay. So, if you still want to move, you can do that. Otherwise, it's
Good.
yeah. Bob.
Okay, Bob is about to just say, screw this, and so I'm going to use Booming Blade on this guy again.
Mm-hmm.
So, regular flail attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a clean hit. Starting to look a bit hurt, but still fairly healthy, and it is boomed.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and use Second Wind.
Mm-hmm. I put a thing in your attack so you can roll for the healing easily.
Yep, cool, that works.
That is the max roll.
And
You are
then,
very a
because
lucky man.
my guys like saying, screw this, I'm going to go ahead and use Action Surge. So I can take another turn.
Yeah,
and
you can.
I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy again. But
Mm-hmm.
just with a regular attack.
Yeah. This also hits. Nice. Okay. Next is the marked elemental who is going to fling a shard of ice at Dell.
Okay.
Who easily catches it on his shield.
Yes, fuck yeah.
Southern one is going to fling another one at Krivkash, who keeps standing in front of the window. With a 20, so you take 4 damage. The rolls do not like you today.
Is it partial cover of the window cover included?
Actually, that's a good point. Let me check the cover rules again, because I may be...
Because you said it in the start that he had partial cover and he stands there.
Yeah. Partial cover gives you +2 bonus to AC, which means a 20 would still just hit. So, yeah. Sorry. Okay.
That was a good try, though.
Yeah, feel free to point out stuff like that, because it's a lot of stuff to keep in mind. Okay, Zuru, you are awake but lying on the ground. What do you do?
I get up.
Seems like a plan.
And I wanna hit the slug again.
Okay.
Nice.
Definitely hits, but he still looks fairly healthy. You do know you have things you can do with key points.
I know, but I hoped he was dead with one attack, and that I didn't have to use the key points.
Ah,
And now my actions are finished, right?
no, the key point is for the bonus action. You can use a key point to
I
use
use
two.
an action to get up.
No, that's half your movement.
Oh, okay. Then I use my key point to disengage, and then I go here.
Okay. And you can also use your flurry of blows to punch them away or something. But
Yeah, but not
no.
together with the disengage thing.
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay. So tick off the key point. You did. Okay. Then this one is confused where you went, so he's going to crawl towards Dell and try to attack him instead.
Okay.
Ouch. Natural 20.
Can I
So
use
you-
my protection on that one?
You can.
Then I'd like to go ahead and use my reaction for protection to impose disadvantage on him.
Okay. Second roll is 18, which is less damage, but it sadly still hits. So you take 8 slashing damage.
Okay. Alright. And can I use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke?
You definitely can. That's a dexterity save, I think.
15, I believe.
Okay, roll for damage in the meantime.
Okay, yeah, so I just clicked on it and it gave us all the things we did.
Okay, the hex should not be added to.
Okay, yeah, we can ignore that. I accidentally left that on.
Okay, is Hellish Rebuke is at second level, I think, right? So the higher level cost is correct.
That should be correct.
Okay,
So I
it does.
would understand what this is that it rolled.
So what it did is, the 4 is your hex damage, so that doesn't apply. The 6 is higher level cost, which is the extra damage that is added by the fact that you're casting it at not level 1. And the bottom is the base damage of the spell.
Okay, I see.
Okay, it manages to evade most of the blasts, but it still takes 9 fire damage.
Okay.
It's starting to look a bit singed. And then it makes another attack against you by rubbing its crystals against you, but you do manage to easily step out of the way of that one. Krivkash.
Okay, sorry. Before we move on, I took some damage that turn and I forgot to record it. How much damage did I take?
8.
Yes.
Then he's dead.
Okay, there we go. Just so we're playing fair.
Ah, okay.
Cash.
Yes. Krivkash. Krivkash.
Necromancy.
So to unmute my mic. So
It happens. What do?
what was the good question?
Kill things.
Yeah. Just how is the question?
It's always the question.
So I use a guiding bolt on the snail that's right in front of me.
That would be with disadvantage because it's a ranged attack. So
Yeah.
you can
I
you can step out of the way fairly easily because there's a wall between you two. So I think you can like get away without an attack of opportunity. Okay, we'll just use the first roll, which does hit. So the searing bolt of light smashes into him, and he looks as if he is 1 or 2 attacks away from dying, and unless you do something else. Still. No? Okay.
I am out of action, I think.
Okay, next is the Dead Elemental. After that is the worm next to Roberto, who is going to attack him again with a 9, which does not hit at all, and a 17, which also hits, so you manage to push him away with your shield, so he can't attack you. Clink.
Click will use the bonus action to summon a sword. He was going to cast Major Armor combat, but since this slug made itself nice and appealing, he's going to toss his sword at it.
Okay.
Toss a sword at your Witcher.
Toss a sword at your Witcher. Okay. It's a bit hard to aim because you're standing so close, but you just managed to hit him, and that's enough to push him over the edge. So Snaily is...
Clink pulls 2 fingers and screeches at the corpse.
Alright. Del.
Okay.
You have...
Del is just going to Trick's Blade, or Flame Blade this
well, the green flame blade isn't going to do much, but you sure.
I know, but in my mind, he's still like managing his sword, and as he slashes it, it catches fire, even if it doesn't jump. Just for
Sure.
how he's attacking.
Just for dramatics. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, you dramatically slash him. You didn't tick your hex damage.
There we go.
Okay, 7
Much better.
minus 5, indeed. It's starting to look fairly hurt as well. Next, this ice element has lost the easy Krivkash target, so he's going to move around a bit and fling a shard of ice at Del. With a 14, so it slams on your shield without effect. Arya.
Didn't even have to move my shield. He just cast it right at my shield.
I don't think I'm gonna try shooting at the same gentleman, gentle ice elemental as before.
Okay.
Actually, I have a question about spells. So if I have a spell like Hail of Thorns, how does that work?
Well,
Or doesn't it?
no, yeah, it does. Well, for starters, you are currently concentrating on Hunter's Mark, and your other 2 spells are also concentration spells, so if you would use those, then the Hunter's Mark would go away.
Okay.
But the way your other 2 spells work is you cast them as a bonus action, and then they make something happen on the next attack that actually hits.
Okay, we won't worry about them then.
Okay.
I will make it easy.
Okay, you did not roll for Hunter's Mark damage.
Oh. Can I just roll separately, or what do I need
Yeah,
to do?
you click on Hunter's Mark and so you can roll it separately.
Okay. Oh yeah, it wasn't checked, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Okay. Well, it's 1 extra damage, so you managed to hit it cleanly, but this one was still undamaged so far, so he's not super damaged yet. Bob.
I am going to use Booming Blade again just so I can keep that rolling on him. So I'm going to attack with my flail. I'm going to flail about because that's about all I can do.
Keep forgetting that he's small.
Just a tiny man flailing at an angry snail.
Yep.
Okay. It's a clean hit, but that doesn't do a ton of damage. Then I can easily leave the booming blade icon. It's nice.
And I'll go
You
ahead and
get your get your reaction back. Okay. Next, the marked elemental is going to fling an ice shard back at Arya, who shot at him. But managed to hit the wall instead.
Aw, poor guy.
Yeah. And this guy is going to move a bit over here and then fling another ice shot at Krivkash, who just can't get a break today.
But he has,
Come on.
he has the partial cover now, or not? Because he's not
Yeah.
standing at the window anymore.
He has partial cover, but I rolled a 22.
Oh,
Sorry, Krivkash takes another 6 damage. Okay. Next, Suru.
these area of effect things that they have around them, can I see what it is?
Yeah, that's the ice that gets frozen slick.
So if I go on there, I slip probably.
You
It's
may.
a possibility.
Is it
Damn.
difficult terrain, or is it a terrain where we have to roll a reflex save?
You don't know that until you walk into it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I only have
Does it
melee
freeze
attacks,
the,
so I'll
the
have
wooden
to walk into
floor?
Yeah. Nevertheless, even the floor freezes a little bit.
So I'm in it. What happens?
Make a dexterity saving throw. Nothing happens.
Bob the Skull
Okay,
is suddenly very afraid because he has no dex.
I go to that guy and I try to hit him with my staff.
Okay, you hit him. He already looks very hurt by this one hit.
Okay, then I want to kick him also.
Okay. He now looks even more hurt, only barely still holding on together.
Why do these keep living?
I
Quick's gonna
recommend
bring
you
out the old
move out of the
Thunderwave.
way if you still can.
I think it is about time that we let Clink do his specialty and become the bird of
You should
calamity.
step back as much. You'll step to the left to this square if you can.
I don't hear Silver.
Your microphone is bugging out a bit.
If you move here, I should be able to dodge, not hit you with the Thunderwave.
Do I have enough movement for that?
Uh,
I went like this.
Don't you have like 35
20.
feet?
Yeah, I have enough. Okay, I'll go here.
Okay. Next is nope, you're dead. Krivkash.
So, those two are 5 foot apart.
Correct.
My fire breath is 5 foot wide.
Well, yeah, but normally that means that you go over one tile. Because the rule for
Yeah.
area of effect is that if a tile is more than half covered, then it's covered on the grid.
Is that a?
Okay.
So
I do
you'd
have
have
saving throw against magic. I mean, fuck it.
not against fire breath, but you would be
Aw.
able to breathe on him on them if you went to stand like here or here or something.
Okay.
You might want
I
that.
see. Let me check this for a second.
Or you could just let Clink deal with that one and you go and smack the one that's got the booming sheath on him.
Actually, that's a question. If an enemy that has the booming blade on him gets pushed, thus he isn't moving himself, does he still take the thunder damage?
I'm going to read the spell before I answer that
I think
question.
it said willingly.
Yeah, willingly. So he has to move himself.
Ah,
It
Got it.
would work with like dissonant whispers or something,
Oops.
but not with pushing.
okay.
It's a shame because I was gonna start using my Eldritch Blast that pulls people towards me with that.
Yeah. That's probably why. Okay, Krivkash.
I'm sure there are some spells we can synergize like that.
Fear. Make him run away.
Oh, I got fear. Ooh, I do
So,
have fear.
okay. I will try to move.
Mhm.
So, here.
I didn't
And
take
then-
the intimidation skill this time.
And I will roll my dex saving throw, I guess.
No, you just roll for damage, and I have to roll the dex saving throws.
No,
Ah,
I
yeah,
think
No,
yeah,
for
yeah.
the
Yeah,
ice.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. Dex saving throw indeed. When you fall prone,
So I'll
I
stick
guess
here
here.
or here.
wherever you first entered the area. Yes.
Okay.
And standing up again is half your movement.
So this was like 2 movement, and then I still have not enough to do anything useful. So
The
I
other one.
will.
Go 5 foot north and smack him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an idea. I will toll the dead that one because it is more effective than just hitting it.
Okay, this one, I think you mean?
It's this one, yeah, the already heard one.
Okay, wisdom saving throw, which it does not make. He is stalled to death.
Very good.
Okay. Next is
Clink.
this guy, except for the fact that he's dead. So Clink.
Blink will take a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Here you go, 1 dexterity save, sir. You
fall
also
prone.
fall prone.
Same location. Is that even possible?
Blink will then stand up,
Apparently.
taking 15 foot of move, and move his last 5 feet to here, because Clink is highly skilled at doing everything. And Thunder Wave.
Alright, roll for damage. I think that's
let's
a
do a level
cons.
2. Because fuck it. No, it's a you have.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, you clicked
Con-
on it. Okay,
DC 12 con.
Constitution save for both of them. First one gets a natural 20, and the next one gets a normal 20. So they both stay standing there, but they do take 5 points of damage, which is enough to shatter the one next to Zuru completely to bits. The other one wasn't hurt before, so does stay there.
And Clink will use his bonus action to summon his sword back.
Okay, Del.
So is going to move. He sees that the other one's handled, right? There's like 2 or 3 people on him. He's gonna move up, and seeing that the ice is very slippery, he's gonna stop advancing there, and he's gonna use a bonus action to recast his hex.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, and he's going to Eldritch Blast him.
Mm-hmm.
Hex, yep.
Okay.
It's a good thing I used Hex. I'm not sure I hit him.
You just hit him. Only barely. Yeah, their AC is 12. So he takes force damage. He's still standing, but he starting to look a bit damaged.
Still standing 10 feet closer to me.
Okay.
Excellent, thank you.
Next is Dead Ice Elemental. Arya, your turn.
Why did the ice elemental come closer?
Because Dex pulled him closer with his Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So now that he's moved, can I still shoot at him even?
Yeah, you can if you lean out of the window a bit. But he,
Would be better off attacking the one to the south.
well, she does
won't
have
get a penalty.
Hunter's Mark on this one.
Ah,
So, choices.
She can also probably stand like right here, since nobody is standing between myself and Krivkash now.
Yeah, you can
Oh, that's a
probably
good
hit
point.
him fairly easily from here or something through the door.
Okay, let's do
Sounds
that.
like a good idea. Sorry I made that more difficult for you.
Oh, no worries. I was just figuring it out. Okay, I'm not gonna forget Hunter's Mark this time.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff.
Stuff.
Very good.
Oh. Sadly, in this case, the arrow does go wide and land in the snow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Roberto.
I am going to move to here, and I'm assuming I'm going to need to do a dex save.
Correct. You also fall prone.
And then I use the rest of my movement to go ahead and get up. And then, since it looks like Clink has that one handled, I'm going to go ahead and cast Magic Missile at this one.
Okay. All three at that one. Okay, roll for 3 missiles. Yeah, you have to click it 3 times because it's for 1 missile that it rolls, because you can also split them up between different people. Okay. 5, 3, 3, 11, which is just enough to finish him off. So as your 3 missiles slam into him all together, he is shattered to small ice bits.
Nice.
Which is good because it would have been his turn, but it is not now. Then this ice elemental is going to come a bit closer and take revenge on Clink. Except he rolled a 12, so his slam goes wide. Zuru.
I'm going to be really original here.
Yeah, that's what you get when you play a non-caster with a well-aimed smash of your staff. You slam the last ice elemental to pieces.
Hooray!
Slight
Now we
impression
can
he was
finish
hoping
the
to stab the
rest.
bastard in the eyes.
Okay, time for sleep.
Yes.
You want
I don't-
to do like a
don't-
quick
oh, no,
scout
maybe-
of the camp before we go back to sleep and just make sure we got all of them?
I want to know how this guy's been here for 5 days and hasn't noticed these giant things crawling out of the ground.
But they didn't do that before.
Clink
Maybe
is
it
going to
made too
break off
much
some of the
noise.
Clink is going to break off some of the ice elemental for use in beverages.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. A delicacy in the north.
Now that I look closer at them, can I see what they are?
At which ones?
The ones I'm standing next to, the big ice ladies.
I think that's either a nature or arcana check.
I think Arya
I'm
has
bad at
nature.
both.
Yeah, I do. Did it
Yeah,
help
Ari-
in any way?
Okay, no check for you.
Yeah, if Arya wants to roll for that, that would be with advantage if it's a nature check, because they're native to the Arctic biome.
Okay, how do I roll a nature check?
In your skills, there is nature. I think they're alphabetically.
Okay.
Okay, and then roll another time, and we'll take the largest number. Not that
It can only be one higher.
So yeah, doesn't really matter. So you indeed recognize these things as ice elementals, which normally mostly arise in areas where there is a significant source of magic, because they are not native to the material plane. And you recognize these things as rhineworm grubs, which is a type of animal that burrows in the snow and then eats its victims by dissolving their bodies and eating them that way. But they normally don't get this big.
Ooh.
What's their normal size?
Well,
Like, how
still
much
fair-
bigger is this thing than them?
Well, this thing is medium, which means that it's
The size of a human.
roughly the size of a human, but slithering over the ground. And normally they get maybe 2 foot tall, but not
What is 2
much longer.
foot?
60 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a multi-united player base.
Centimeters is fine by me.
Okay. Well, I also
But
automatically
if that's not good enough, it's also 0.6 meters.
Yeah.
Just do
Yeah, well,
everything in feet.
the fact that the measures in D&D are always by default in feet doesn't help either.
Oh.
Because Wizard of the Coast is American, and Americans don't know any other form of communication.
Yeah. Well, apparently the German translations of the books have things in meters and centimeters, but there's no
That
Dutch
seems
translation.
confusing.
Yeah. Well,
I want to
Clank is
look
gonna have
into
a
the
necklace beard.
holes more.
yeah. You don't hear any sound coming from the holes, so other than that they look like they did before.
Can I drop something in? Like a piece of wood that I find or anything?
Sure.
Okay, I do that.
Is the
Okay.
ground?
There's now a piece of wood in the tunnel.
Okay.
Are you inviting? Like, are they gonna think that that food's for them and come find us again if there's any left in there?
Who knows? Who knows?
I want to block all of the holes. Can I put crates on them?
Sure.
Went to it, man.
Yeah.
It's going to take you a bit. Yeah, the holes are not actually as big as they appear on the map, but my drawing program had this as the minimum size, so...
I ask if people want to help me because there's a lot of holes to cover.
That gel will help.
Yeah, sure, I'll help.
Okay. After a bit of time, you've covered all the holes you can see in the camp.
That's so.
Our dishwasher is loudly telling us that it's done.
You have clean dishes.
Yay!
Hooray!
Should we take care of our vaguely? Do we have a way of taking care of our vaguely wounded? Are they just? How does that work?
I'm assuming we're going to be able to do a long rest with going to
Well-
bed at night.
Yeah, you were doing a long rest, but it got a bit interrupted. But you can go back to a long rest. So normally, after you've slept, you get back all your hit points and spell slots and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yay!
you still need people standing watch, or is that?
So
Well,
I'll go take a nap.
Yes, we want to have people on watch now that we know that there's danger.
Why don't I
Turn
do
to a
it?
normal watch pattern.
Since I'm not well, least likely to need sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I assume you do more watches like you planned before.
Yeah, so let's just say Arya takes the next watch. I'll still take the... Clink, you're uninjured. You can take the one after that, and I'll take the last one.
Okay. You go all back to sleep. Some of you apparently on the ground outside.
Del, you should probably go inside. It's warmer in there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You notice Quill is shivering underneath all the pelts, not from the cold, but from fear from before.
I
Okay,
say there. And I pat him on the head.
okay, make a persuasion check.
Oh no, I'm not good at that.
He seems very mildly comforted. Okay, as you all take a rest.
Who are we? Any comfort?
Yeah, the scholar. His name is Quill.
Oh, I'm gonna intimidate him into being comforted.
Sure.
No, I'm not really.
Okay.
It was just an idea, but
I'm just going
One
to
day.
intimidate him into being comfortable.
Or else.
I try to comfort him, but by saying that, don't worry, they're not as bad as we are.
I'm not particularly comforted.
like
I
I'm
don't
a
think
big
he is
scary-
either.
Yeah.
All right. As you all take a long rest, I suggest we take a small bio break here for who wants to go to the toilet like me.
And DV,
You-
go ahead and add
That's
your
like a plan.
spell slots and health back.
So everyone takes a long rest. There will be no more interruptions of the rest, so you can restore your spells, class resources, hit points, all that
You know the
fun
fun thing?
things.
Clink used two spell slots.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Clink used two
Do
spell
I
slots.
You are falling away a bit.
Shit. Clink only used two spell slots.
Yeah, you use 2 spell slots, yes.
It's just a only uses them all.
My hawk
Link,
is
your
once
your
again.
sound is really bad.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to understand you. Alright, I'm going to the toilet.
I think someone
do
else is
I-
using the New Zealand internet right now.
In this character sheet, how do I restore my abilities and a short rest?
Click on your token. In your ability sheet. Go to the spell stuff, and then I think the spell slots are somewhere. But now I don't have a spell casting thing, so I don't see it anymore. But there should be a field somewhere that shows your. In the core piece. I think it's there in the right column. But I'm not sure because I know I don't have a spellcaster at the moment, so I don't see where it should be. But it should be a field somewhere in your character sheet that lists the number of spell slots of each level that you have. You can just adapt it there.
Okay. I'm just going to carry on as normal and just try to remember what I used. I don't think I probably marked these things as used.
back.
Me too, by the way.
Clink has killed the hawk.
Clink hasn't done anything to the hawk. Clink does not want to get accused of bestiality.
So, question: since chickens are usually cannibalistic, they can be. Is Clink cannibalistic?
Clink is crow-like. Crows are not cannibalistic. Crows are just assholes.
Ah,
Hey, I resent.
meanwhile, Bob the Skull is starting to really like the darkness and evilness inside Dell. He has figured he will make a perfect addition to his for his evil army.
You mean a fine addition for his collection?
Army. He needs plenty of followers. Oh, collection, I guess. I don't know.
Screen so bright. Why so bright? Yeah.
Are we actually still waiting for someone?
I'm not sure. Half of everyone is still muted.
Well, I hear cornflakes.
So I know Arya's back. I've heard cornflakes. I heard silver. What about Hex or DV?
I'm here.
And Dell?
Dell is either still offline or forgot to unmute his mic.
I think Silver is
what?
doing a mating call for the hawk.
No,
Clink is just sitting here quietly.
that was me. That wasn't Silver. That was me.
It's me in this instance.
By the way, Sleepy Kid's Hawk. That one is the pet for a ranger, right? Not a familiar in this case, but a pet companion, so to say. But I see it has pretty much no HP. So these companions are basically for recon, or are there some types that are also battle ready?
Well, the ranger can have their companion attack instead of attacking themselves, but in case of a hawk you probably don't want to do that. But there are animals that are a bit more sturdy, but still not terribly sturdy.
So you'd have to really skill into your pet, so it's a viable choice for combat.
Yeah, well, it's not really made to fight with terribly much.
Okay, but can it be used for going with the Krat example again? Could this pet companion be used to drop off a Molotov?
That's a good question.
I guess.
Can they carry light objects and drop them off somewhere?
I guess.
Ah,
Sounds
more-
like
more-
DV is
terribly-
back.
Good
Okay.
DP attack.
I'll need to tell Tal after. He'll be interested.
Yeah, well, he's not a ranger, so he doesn't have a bird. Okay. Then I think we're all back.
Yep.
I see the spells are talking to each other. The 15 feet cube. Web.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, the long rest. The rest of the long rest happens without any further interruptions. So the next day you wake up and Quill seems to be terribly excited to start moving towards where he wants to go, which is some icy spires about half a day towards the east. So, do you want to do something before you leave, or are you leaving now together with him?
Link wants to try roasting some of the worm on the fire and eating that.
Okay. Give me a cooking utensils check, but you don't have cooking utensils, so I have no idea what that would roll.
I have a mess kit.
That's for eating. I have no idea.
I just use a dagger and I hold it over the fire with a dagger.
Okay, give me a wisdom check.
Oh wait, wisdom check. Oh, it's the same thing anyway. Oh wait, yeah.
The mess kit says you can use it as a cooking pan. It's
Yeah,
makeshift one.
but he doesn't
Oh, right.
have proficiency in cooking, so it doesn't really matter.
My wisdom check would be right.
Yeah, you have proficiency. It's not really edible, but yeah.
At least you didn't hurt yourself cooking it.
Is that a possibility?
Yes.
Oh, good lord.
Probably not really. Okay, so I assume you go to travel.
After breakfast,
After
priorities.
Priorities. Okay, after breakfast, for which you can easily steal some of the rations in the crates because
Yes.
Yeah.
And I take some extra ones. I'm not materialistic, but I do want food.
Okay. So, after breakfast, you set off towards the east. Your journey there is fairly uneventful. And after half a day of travel, so it's about midday at this moment, Quill says, yes, I can see them in the distance, yes. The icy spires, and he starts to run towards them, and you eventually catch up here. So you are standing here in the south, and you can see towards your north several icy spires and a large breach in the ice which seems to be slightly glowing with magic.
Necromant? Wait.
So,
Anyone knows stuff about magic?
so you notice that Quill runs towards the spires, and
Where's Clink?
yeah, I forgot to put him on the map because
Clink is invisible.
I took him off. But at the moment he comes near the spire, he seems to have a sudden change of heart, and he starts to run towards the breach instead.
Hey, stop! Stop!
Down. As this happens, you also hear a roaring sound, and I would like everyone to keep standing now. And from the center of the breach, you see a small dragon rising.
Ooh.
Link rips the fuck out of this and turns around.
It looks
Oh.
still fairly young for a dragon, which means it's probably only a few decades old, and it's about the size of a pony. But it does not look happy that you came close to him. So, actually, you can move a little bit closer, because otherwise we're just going to spend the first rounds of combat running.
Hey, Krivkash, I
Oh,
think we
he's on
found
there.
your.
Okay.
Yeah, he's all the way over here, so you can move
Yeah.
a little bit closer, and then we're going to roll initiative.
Hey, Krivkash, is this one of your kin? Can you convince him not to kill us?
I was about
Out of
to
this.
try that.
Yeah,
Um,
and you as you near the breach, you feel a little bit of magic coming from it. So, okay.
You know,
Sure.
can you fix the hawk again? He's doing that thing.
Yeah, right. This one should work.
Yay, thank you.
Okay, let's say you're standing a bit here, and then you're a bit here, and then I would like everyone to wait a second, and then roll initiative.
Look.
Wow.
Jesus, us ruled ones. Steve
About
didn't
to
have his
select
character selected.
myself, but can you add my initiative roll?
Yeah, sure. In a second after I've turned on the music.
Oh, hey, it did do it. It's the same thing I did before, but I don't know why it didn't.
Yeah, this time you're in the initiative tracker. Okay, Krivkash rolled a impressive 2.
I didn't roll quite that low.
Well, you have a natural 1, so
Yeah, I just saw the 0 in the turn order, that's why.
yeah. But so I first have to add a turn, and then I have to manually set the initiative. Okay. And then,
So, and I try calling out to the dragon and I greet him. So, hello there. I wonder. We were just curious what this magic was going on here. This weird pillars here. Our friend here was curious about them. So we would have asked if we could take a look around here.
why aren't you sorting?
See, Krivkash doesn't have the lowest initiative. He's just first for the next turn.
Yeah, well, the dragon just shouts back, "Intruders! Intruders!"
Bob the Skull simply says, "Meh, I think we're not welcome here. Let's just leave."
Yeah, I think we should leave.
Yeah, we should
well,
go.
As a DM note, normally I would totally let you try and talk your way out of this, but I wanted to test out some new mechanics with this combat encounter, so...
I would totally let you flee, but I want to kill you, so...
Yeah. Okay. This encounter I'm going to use to test out something, so I'm going to tell you in advance how exactly it's going to work, so you can make informed decisions. So this is a solo monster, which means it has been designed to be able to combat a party in its own. Because normally when you do that in D&D, then the solo monster just gets pummeled to death in one turn by the entire party, because you have like 6 times as much things to do. So instead, this one, he gets a turn as normal, but he also gets to take 1 action at the end of each of your turns. And he can use that action as a normal action or to move.
Oh, so that's kind of like what the rogues have with that. You get a second turn at 10 minus your advantage, I think it is, or initiative?
Yeah,
Okay.
but this one gets it in between each of your turns.
It's kind of like legendary actions.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but he a bit like that, but he has more of them than normally. He also gets his reaction back when he does that, and he gets to make a saving throw against ongoing spells. If that's something he would normally do at the end of a turn. Combat also has 2 phases, and when it goes from phase 1 into phase 2, you will all ongoing effects on the dragon end. However, don't worry, the amount of damage he can do per attack is also calculated that you don't die because he has 6 attacks. So, Bob, what do you do?
Well, for our friend Quill here, did it look like he was going to commit suicide and jump off the cliff?
As far as you can see, he seems to be digging at the ice at the bottom, but he didn't die or anything.
So just so
Is this ice that we're on right now?
and he's trying to get back out, or did he climb down and now he's searching?
Yeah, now he's digging it at the ice in the bottom, and he seems a bit crazy. So he's here.
Are we standing on ice? Or difficult terrain, I should say?
It's not difficult terrain, so it's just normal snow that you can walk on.
And I really gotta get some like spiked all this ice.
So I'm going to just advance.
This part is the crater itself that's going down. So
got it. So okay, how's that?
You are okay. Let me check the notes. Okay, and what else do you want to do?
I am going to hold my action.
Okay, so you're attacking him if he gets within 5 feet of you?
Yes.
Okay, you are ending your turn within 5 feet of the breach, so make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
If it's magic, I do have the advantage on it. Do I do advantage?
Yeah, so you have advantage because it is magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was not very wise of you.
Well, I do. I have pretty low wisdom.
Well, you still have +1. Your feet seem to betray you, and you slide down the slope of the breach.
Whee!
That's slippery slope.
Okay.
And you take 1 falling damage.
How deep is the slope?
15 feet.
Okay, and that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Arya, what do you do? Wait. First it has first it has its special action. So it's going to fly closer.
Ah!
Oh.
That got a little close kind of quick.
How high up
yes.
in the air is it flying?
What?
How high up in the air is it flying?
Currently it's at eye level in front of Dell. Arya, what do you do?
I'm gonna back up a little bit, because that's a pretty scary looking dragon.
Hey!
You. I guess let me try shooting at it. I mean, what's the worst that happens? I die, right?
Yeah, well, you can also cast Hunter's Mark or something first if you want.
Okay, so let's do that.
Okay.
So.
Which-
Go ahead. Do I need to just choose Hunter's Mark and then roll for the longbow, or do I need to do something
Yeah,
more?
so just if you use Hunter's Mark, I just put the icon on it, and then you roll for the longbow with the Hunter's Mark checked.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, 23 definitely hits. What did it say? See, actually, yeah. Okay. You managed to shoot him, and he roars at you.
He's not gonna be happy about this.
He is not. So he's actually going to spit some ice at you, but with disadvantage because Dell is standing next to him. Natural 1. So a glob of ice flies completely past you, but doesn't hit. Zuru. Unless you want to move still on your turn.
Good.
Okay, Zuru.
Can I hit him normally from where I'm standing, or is the rock in the way?
You can hit him past Dell, no problem. Okay, you give him a good whack on the head.
Okay, I'm using my key point to disengage and to stand behind the rock.
Okay.
How high is this thing? Is it covering me?
I think it's about 10 feet tall, so that would be full cover for you.
Okay.
But still climbable if you would want to do so. So at the end of your turn, it's going to try and slash its claws at Dell. That's a critical hit. So you take 10 slashing damage.
Ouch.
I act with hellish rebuke.
Okay. Roll for damage. That's a dex save. And it rolled a natural one on its dex save, so it takes the fire damage and is not happy with you.
Hey, well, you fucking slashed me, so that's what you get.
Okay. And with that, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to hex him, and I think I disadvantage on, let's say, dexterity. I think he's using dexterity.
Okay.
And that's my bonus action, and my regular action.
Your sound is falling away.
It was just me. Confident.
What?
Do you
How is my
think
sound?
Now I hear you again, I think.
Okay. Yeah, for my bonus action, I use hex. For my regular action, I use sword attack.
Okay.
Damn.
Ooh, critical. Nice. You are not happy with him, and you give him a good slash with your sword. Starting to bleed a bit in places. From where you're standing, you also notice that his throat is starting to glow in a dark blue. At the end of your attack, of your turn, he's going to whip his tail at you.
Can you step 5 foot either side before you end your turn?
What?
Can you step 5 foot either side? We just don't want him to have accidentally create a line or a cone and get the clink.
Dal can still move if he wants to, yes.
Yes, take a 5 foot step either direction.
Get a 5 foot step in either direction.
Preferably to the left.
You do remember that Bob got drawn into the breach when he went to stand next to it.
So pull you away from him as well, for free.
True.
And I don't think he gets an attack of opportunity if it's unwilling movement.
Okay.
Well, that's an interesting perspective. If I take a 5 foot step, do I provoke an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, you have to say melee range.
If you move there, then you do, yeah. So you can move here, or so as.
I'll move.
You can also go right around behind him.
Okay.
Do that. That's a good idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna like huddle into the crevice with my shield up because I see that this.
Because he knows Klink's operandi. Modus operandi.
Okay. At the end. Okay. At the end of your turn, he whips his tail at you, which only does 2 damage, but you are slide away over the ice away from him to here.
Okay.
Grifkash.
Didn't I have some 2 initiative?
Yes. Yes,
yes,
he
you
did. He
did.
had it.
What? Did I mistype?
Yes, he did. So this makes it Clink's turn.
Okay, I'm going to resort initiative, or now just manually move Krivkash down. Okay, and now it's wrong again.
Just move
Clink.
backwards. Yeah, there you go. Clink is going to call out Scatter. And where's this? And he's going to use a chromatic orb of, let's say, acid.
Okay.
What's
That's
the
that's
range of
just
that?
your.
Oh, I just cast it from the other thing, don't I?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wait,
don't see.
no. It's missing the attack roll.
Yeah, is it on your character sheet? I'll just fix
Yeah,
it
it is.
quickly. But you can keep the damage roll if you want to.
Yeah, I've rolled it twice now. I'm thinking of keeping it.
Yeah. Okay. Attack spell. Now it should
It's
work.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well. Okay.
yeah, that's-
Clean hit. With a splash of acid, you see some of his scales are getting a bit loose.
So he's
So
going to move 20 foot away. No, 30 foot. There we go. Run.
okay. Given the fact
and-
that you
Oh wait, no, sorry. Ignore that. Yep.
Don't touch the spire.
I think it's touching the spire.
yeah, but you are within 10 feet of the spire.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Okay, you managed to ward off the effect of the magic. And the dragon is now slightly pissed at you, so at the end of your turn, it's going to move past here.
That's the hawk that is moving.
Yeah, that's not me. Krivkash, you get an attack of opportunity on him.
Corn?
Necromancy! Okay. However, he's a bit too fast and you just miss him.
Thoroughly soils himself again.
Krivkash.
Catch charge.
Corn? You're on mute, I think.
Ah, my mic again. Sorry.
Technology, how does it work?
Well, it doesn't. That's how.
Well, I will use my guiding bolt on it.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Sorry. It goes white and smashes into the ice.
Well, that bolt wasn't guided.
They have flares. So. And I will grumpily stand my ground.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to try to bite Clink with a 23, so you take 5 piercing damage. Wait, why does the dragon not have a turn?
Because you didn't give it a
kept doing
turn.
the-
That's how I rolled initiative. Okay, where was it supposed to go? More or less the top of the round. Okay. Okay, then you got...
To be fair, it's been taking action this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
but-
it would just get the actually stuff doing every
Yeah,
turn.
Yeah, it gets an actual turn as well, but okay.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
yeah, but it only takes a turn after each of your turns, so it doesn't get to act twice on its own turn or something, so it gets 5 extra actions. Bob.
So,
It gets 7 extra actions, cause, 6 extra actions rather, because there's 6 of us.
Yeah, no, it gets 5 because after Bob's turn is his own turn, so he doesn't get an extra action then. Bob, you start in the breach, so you start with a wisdom save.
oh. Well, we all know how this is going to go.
With advantage, though.
Okay. Let's see. Wisdom.
He rolls 2
Okay.
natural ones.
Okay, you can act normally.
So, since I've slid 15 feet down the slope, is that considered 15 feet of climbing or 15 feet of difficult terrain or what?
Let's say it's fairly normal. It's a slope, so you can just walk back up.
Okay. Let's see. I only have 25 feet, so that's... Sure, let's move there.
Hmm?
And...
The dragon
I'm gonna-
is all you're worth.
I'm going to hold my action.
What for?
So you hold which action when?
Let's hold Booming Blade in case he comes close.
Yeah, that's the thing you can do. Okay. Then it's the dragon's turn.
At least have magic myself.
Yeah. So on its turn, it's going to fly over here. It does not know you were going to cast Booming Blade, so you can do that now.
Okay, that's normal. So let's go ahead and hit Flail.
Definitely hits. He
Jesus,
is
that's
even angrier now.
Wait, okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought I had advantage on for some reason.
No.
Yeah, I thought that too.
And it's Booming Bladed because it needs even more status icons. And where is my other effect? And then it strongly inhales and
Oh,
then blows a cube of dark black starry magic, and everyone in turn, and everyone in the cube feels themselves getting heavier, and then it's going to just stay there. Arya, you start in the cube, make a dexterity saving throw.
How do I do that?
On your character sheet at the top left you have saves, and there you click on dexterity.
Up left. Oh, okay.
Okay. You managed to save against the field, so the cube is only difficult terrain for you.
What does that mean?
It means that you need two feet of movement for every feet you move inside the cube, so half speed basically.
Can I move like right here? That's outside the cube.
Yeah, you can do that, so that takes 10 feet of your movement instead of the normal 5.
Okay. Then can I shoot at Mr. Gentle Dragon?
You can. Definitely hits. And now the... Okay. Game won't let me select the token of the dragon where it's standing, but you do hit. And it's starting to bleed even more. Some of its scales are falling off more. So at the end of your turn, it's going to make a scratch at Bob.
Sorry, Bob.
But Bob easily manages to catch the scratch on his shield. Tsuru.
I do have a light crossbow, but it's not in my character sheet.
Didn't I add it to your character sheet?
Nope.
Woe is me, shame on me. Things like this.
Hello. I want to climb on the rock with my movement.
Sure.
And then I want to shoot at him if I get a crossbow.
Yeah, light crossbow. Can I drag it here? Does that do anything? Yes, it does. Hooray! You have a light crossbow now.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And no bonus actions because they're all melee.
Yeah. Okay, starting to look fairly hurt. So at the end of your turn, he's going to try and fly away from here. Which means Bob gets a attack of opportunity.
Okay. And he's also going to take booming blade damage. So, first the booming
Right.
blade. And then the regular attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 9 does not hit, but he does take a bit damage of the booming blade. And he moves, he already moves like 40 feet, so he moves over here, I think. Yeah, something like that. Del.
Okay. That dragon is pretty far away. I think what Dell is going to do is take his now and help.
I hardly can hear you speak.
Let me adjust my volume.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk louder, okay? How does it?
That's better already. So what were you doing?
Dell's quite low on health. He's going to take the second win.
Okay.
Don't pick one of those. Rolls a grand total of health.
Two.
Of it.
2. Yeah, it's not a great roll, but it's something.
Something. He's going to cast a spell. He's going to cast Expeditious Retreat, so he can work on the battlefield.
Okay.
So he used a bonus and a action item. A bonus action, okay. Oh, he can't cast Expeditious Retreat because both are bonus actions.
Yeah, but you can dash by casting Expeditious Retreat as well. Because it says when you cast this spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns. However, Expeditious Retreat is concentration, and Hex is also concentration.
Oh, that is a good point. Can I take that back? And
Sure.
I don't think I can cast it in the first place anyway because Second Wind is a bonus action, and I
Yeah,
already
sure.
spent it.
Right. True.
So I will just move. So I have 30 feet of movement. I assume that Bill doesn't know that the tower is causing to make wisdom saves.
If you stop your turn where you're standing, you'll have to make a wisdom save. Yes, it's within 10 feet.
Question is whether Dell knows that or not.
Clink might have told him.
Okay. So he'll. What's that? That's 10 feet away. And that's what he can do because he took a. No, he still has an action, so he can still keep moving.
Yeah, you can use an action to dash.
So up to 30 feet. Okay. That's still there.
Okay, at the end of his turn, of your turn, he's going to spit another bit of ice at you, which again does not hit at all. Clink.
Clink, 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 clink. Clink is afraid. Clink is going to cast Magic Missile
Okay.
and then duck behind this guy.
Yeah, you have to click it 3 times.
Alright.
Because it only rolls for 1 missile. Okay, 3, 4, 2. So as your 3 missiles bombard its body with arcane energy, the dragon lets out a mighty roar, and his body starts to glow with a whitish yellowish color instead of the blue it was before, which does mean it sheds off the effects of your spells you cast so far. And
Let me just enter the second form of the boss.
Yes.
correct. And you also note that its throat is now glowing whitish yellow instead of blue.
Okay.
And
He's a star. We're making him go reverse colors. He's gonna go
Okay.
through yellow and orange.
okay. One is below half health. Okay. So that happened after you hit him. Then, and he already. No. And at the end of your turn, he also spits at you. You do have partial cover because Dell is standing in front of you, which does not help because he rolled a 19.
Crap.
So you take 8 acid damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, ow.
Ouch.
Clink is shat.
Klifkash,
He's also covered in shit.
Oh,
you are inside the field, so make a dexterity saving throw, please.
okay. So it's 30.
That is not enough. You are restrained.
So I can't do anything or just can't move?
You can't move, and attack rolls you make have disadvantage.
Okay. So. But anyway, I will use Healing Word on Clink, prevent him from dying. So.
We don't want Clink to clunk.
Okay, Link, you get 7 hit points.
Yay! Clink is gonna heal.
That's your bonus action, and you still have an action.
As I can't move, I will. Don't let me spell slots. So I will. This is hard decisions. I will use my spiritual weapon.
That's a bonus action to cast, so
Ah, sorry. Yeah, it's always this.
it's also a leveled spell, so you can only cast a cantrip because you already cast Healing Words as a bonus action.
Then it's Toll the Dead on the dragon. Necromancy.
Wisdom saving throw. Natural 20. He does not listen to the tolling of the bell.
No.
Okay. And at the end of your turn, the dragon is going to fly over here. Bob, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Nope.
Nope. You are also restrained.
So, how far can I throw something? Like a grappling hook?
A grappling hook probably about the length of your rope.
So I have the 50 feet in the explorer's pack and I have a grappling hook. I want to see if I can grapple the dragon with the grappling hook.
Okay, Sure, give me a dexterity throw. Because it's a ranged weapon-ish thing.
Let's see, I already had the failure out of the way, so.
15 is enough to... Yeah, so you have now a rope toward the dragon. So it's like flung around one of his paws or something.
So, yeah, so now we have the dragon grappled, and I'm hoping that he can't fly any further away, because otherwise I'm going on a premature flight, because I'm a tiny thing that probably could get picked up.
I believe I can fly.
Okay, I will give part of the rope to Krivkash, just in case. And I will tell him, never invite me to your family gatherings again. I mean, I'm a gnome. I'm only like 40 pounds.
Yeah, you're fairly light.
Grab the rope with you.
At the end of your turn, because that was your action, he's going to make a wide swipe at Clink and Del at the same time. With a 23, so you both take 6 slashing damage. Arya, what do you want to do? You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, unmute might be the first thing I want to do. I'm gonna scoot over here. And attempt to attack Mr. Gentle Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, one of these days this is gonna get easier. It's not today. Oh, you know what? I just realized I still had Hunter's Mark checked, but the dragon doesn't have Hunter's Mark on it anymore. Can I recast that first?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Clink, you got... Oh, you only got 1 hit point back. Never mind.
Well, he got several of them back and then he lost them again.
Ah.
Yeah. You rolled a 9, so that's... The arrow does not manage to hit the dragon in this case.
Okay.
What's he going to do next? He's going to use his action to try and pull the rope from around his wrist, which let's say is a strength check. You know what? You make an athletics check as well,
Okay.
Bob.
Tested athletics. I like it.
Oh. Wow. I am a failure of a gnome.
He managed to detach the rope, however that does use his action. Zuru.
Gonna shoot again. Wait, where do I check the sheet?
Okay.
Here it is.
Okay, 15 manages to hit, so he
Yeah, because
does...
I don't want to come closer, so that's it. That's everything I...
Well, all your class things only work in melee, so...
I know, but I don't want to go close to that thing.
And you can do so many neat things like knock him prone or punch him away or stuff.
That's true. Maybe I can go closer. Yeah, I go closer.
Also has a rope.
I can come like here. Yeah, and I can... Oh wait. The quarterstaff is the same thing. And I can use my flurry of blows.
Okay, that's
2 of these.
2 of these. Both of them hit, and then which effect do you want to add to each of them?
I said twice. I thought it was only once. Okay, I'm gonna distract the key point. So it's twice.
Yeah, it's on each one that hits, as far as I remember. So
I want to push him away. Because I'm a tiny gnome and he's a giant dragon, and I want to push him away.
Okay, you strength saving throw. If it fails, you can push it up to 15 feet away. Okay, 2 strength saving throws. 15. 17, it is not pushed away, I'm afraid. But it does take 6 and 5 damage. And you still have your action to... Or did you actually shoot before?
Yeah, it's the same stats as the quarterstaff, so...
Ah, okay, sure, then...
So it doesn't really
Also
matter
that-
which of the two I
that-
did.
Okay. Then at the end of your turn, it's going to try and slam his tail into Del and you. Uh, 16, so Del manages to raise his shield and block it. Zuru, you take 4 bludgeoning damage and you are knocked prone. Del, what do you do?
Joe is going to stay close, but he's going to start by casting Blade's Curse.
Okay.
And he is going to attack with a sword. So his sword's going to light up in flames and he's going to swing at the dragon.
Okay. 7 does not hit, so your sword does not manage to hit him.
Okay.
And at the end of your turn, he is... I again forgot to give the dragon a turn. God damn it. Okay, then I'm going to say it does go after you, or this is going to go a little bit too easy. Say he goes on initiative, whatever. 12.
It was 17 because it was
Oh,
directly
that's
after Robert.
Was it 17? Okay, whatever.
It was directly after Robert.
17. Okay,
That sounds right.
but I'm going to have it take its turn now because I forgot to earlier. Because I'm an idiot. So
Oh, you mean?
that the dragon moves up to here. Wait.
Frank
where
stabs
is
it.
2, 3, 4. Goes over here. So Clink gets
Clink
an attack.
stabs it.
Okay, try to stab it. You do not stab it. Zulu, you get an attack of opportunity as well, but with disadvantage because you're prone. Okay, never mind.
This one.
Moves away.
Just take his time before the start.
So far, DV's been getting all of our crits.
And it inhales deeply and exhales a sheet of fire, white, glowy fire that I am trying to put on the thingy.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Nice.
So, Dal, Clink, Zuru, and Bob all make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm behind 2 people. Does that count for anything?
Anyone who is behind someone gets a +2 on their saving throw because cover.
Can I take +2 for being behind my sheep?
No, because you need the Shield Master feat for that.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. So, what's the DC? Okay, only Zuru manages to make the save. So, everyone else takes 10 fire damage and 7 radiant damage.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I have nothing
Silver,
or have...
Silver just wrote in the chat that he can't hear anything anymore.
Oh, okay. Let's.
I have a question. I'm a team with fire resistance. Take 5 fire damage and 7
Yeah. So you take 5 fire damage and 7 radiant damage instead. But I'm going to wait.
Special, like.
Yeah, it's. I can hardly hear you.
So Dell goes down.
Oh, whoops. Okay. That was not understandable, but we do hear you.
What happened to Clink while he was down?
Okay. So anyone who failed their saving throw, which is everyone except Suru, takes 10 fire damage and 7 radiant damage.
Well,
So 17 damage.
I think
so
you're
I'm
instantly
I'm
dead.
instantly dead.
Do I get half or nothing?
And you get half.
So that's 8. Clink is at minus 15. He's dead because he only has 14 HP.
Yeah, I'm afraid he is.
Tal would be proud.
Sorry.
Would my shield spell do anything? It looks like it only protects against magic
No, it's
missile.
only against this kind of thing there is absorb elements, which is another spell.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, there goes Clink. He is unresurrectable.
Exactly.
Necromancy!
He only needs to fire off a
We don't have the
shot,
spells
too.
to resurrect him.
He literally only fired off one magic missile in that entire combat.
Yeah, sorry.
It was the journey that counted. It was the friends we made along the way.
Okay, then it would have been Clink's turn, but yeah. Krivkash, make your... when he did breathe fire, the cube did disappear, so you are free again. What do you do?
Mute. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have actually much of a choice there. So, how hurt is everybody? You will survive for another turn. I hope.
Dell is down. Unconscious.
No, I think Clink's dead. I think he's beyond unconscious at this point.
Yeah,
Clink
but
is-
Dell is unconscious.
Oh, jeez. The bars were missing. Were overlapping.
Yeah. We'll move Clink's corpse a bit out of the way.
Really Kentucky Fried Clink.
Yeah.
Okay. I will move next to Dill and use Cure Wounds on him.
Mm-hmm.
Or the black thing disappeared, the square.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one breath weapon disappeared when he... Okay, Dell has 6 hit points again. So you are only prone. Which is probably your turn.
Turn.
Krivkash?
I'm done, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So at the end of your turn, it's going to try and fly a bit away again. Which means Dell gets an attack of opportunity with disadvantage because you're lying on the floor.
Sword. Disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're lying prone, because you were... but you still just managed to slash him as he's flying away.
I'm trying to figure out the Hexblade's curse survives me.
Alright. Then, Bob.
That dragon is awfully close to the crevice, and I had some PTSD on what happened there. Let's see. I think I'm going to move here. I'm going to use my bonus action for Second Wind.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Oh, that would have taken an extra 2 damage because Hexblade's curse turns out doesn't look like it disappears when I fall unconscious.
No, I don't think it does. So you didn't add that. Okay, it took the extra damage.
I was trying to figure it out when I made the attack, and I just did it without it.
Yeah, okay, so I subtracted the extra damage. Bob, what were you doing?
I want to try and rope him with the. Actually, I want to rope him with the grappling hook again.
Okay, but this time there's nobody behind you to hold on to the rope, I think, but sure.
You know, we already lost. We already got one of us Kentucky Fried. At this point, you know what? Sure, that was dexterity you said last time, right?
Yeah. You managed to rope him again. Oh,
Nice.
wait, it's a saving throw. But it doesn't matter, it's the same for you. Okay, you managed to rope him again, so he's attached to a rope to you. Which he seems to take personally because he spits at you. But you managed to catch the acid on your shield. Okay. This is where his actual turn would be. So for his turn, he's going to move closer again and try to slash at Bob and Arya at the same time with a 26, so you both take 10 slashing damage.
Can I impose disadvantage on his roll for at least Arya?
Well, it's the same attack roll, so you can impose disadvantage in general.
Okay, yeah. So I'll go ahead and use my protection to impose disadvantage.
Okay, roll again. That's still a 20. Sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, and that was how
The
much
dice.
damage?
10. Okay. Then, Suru.
Okay.
Someone is going to dance.
Okay, here, so we can do the area of affecting more, and then the usual quarterstaff. Ah, it misses. Okay.
Yeah.
Unarmed strike. Misses too.
Also misses.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. However, it does notice you are doing things behind his back, so it tries to slam its tail into you, but you manage to step out of the way. Arya.
Okay, I'm gonna move back a bit because that's getting a little too close to Mr. Dragon.
Okay, he does get an attack of opportunity then.
Bonus action.
But you manage to step away, so he doesn't hit you. Okay.
If you go out of the melee range of an enemy, then the enemy gets then he gets a chance to attack you. The same way, if the enemy goes out of our range, then we get a chance to attack him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Except when you use your action to disengage. But then you can't do anything else anymore with that turn.
Yeah, but it missed, so no problem.
Okay. Well, if he hit me, he hit me. I mean, it's only fair. And then I guess attack him for, well, nothing.
Yeah, you just miss. Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to make another. What's he gonna do? Make another scratch at Bob, who managed to catch it with his shield again. Del, your turn.
Del is going to move up, and his flaming sword, he's going to try to hit it.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, no.
You still had disadvantage turned on, but then we always take the left attack. 13 slashing damage, not bad. You give it a good slash across the chest.
Because I didn't have a piece had disadvantage on it didn't take a second to die.
What was that?
Yeah, actually, you scored the crit. Yeah, you scored the critical because of Hexblade's curse, so you can roll another d8 for damage. So you can just like this. Okay, 4 more damage.
Grab the rope. Grab the rope. Let's see if we can reel him in.
Do
we want
if I
that?
can do this action, Dell will grab the rope.
It's a free object interaction. Then, at the end of your turn, he's going to. He does not like being surrounded so much, so he's going to try and move away. So let's say he gets this far already. Make your attacks of opportunity, all 3 of you.
No way.
Nice.
I told you he's taking all of our crits.
Yeah. Okay, another 14 damage. He starts to look like he's bleeding in some places now.
You know what? We're all on the same team.
Okay. And as he gets this far, let's say Roberto and let's say Bob, you get to make a athletics check with advantage because you are being helped.
Okay.
As the dragon tries to fall away, the rope between you draws taut, and with the help of Del, you start to lift up a little bit, but it gets stuck at the end of the rope and roars angrily at you. Krivkash.
Rope him! Rope him!
No, I won't rope him. I will use my Preserve Life Channel Divinity.
Okay, that's 15 hit points to divide between people who have less than half health, which is most people.
Del and
Yeah, everyone except
Bob.
yeah. So Bob and Del, how do you want to distribute them?
And I have exactly half.
Yeah, I misread.
So
About Clink.
so I would.
Clink is
Yeah,
dead.
sadly can't. So I give Dill 10 and Bob 1. Written.
No, you can give Del 7, I think.
So
because,
up to the half. Ah, okay.
yeah, so you can give Del 7 and Bob half of 31 is 15, so 3.
Yeah. So yeah.
3 or
You
let's say 4.
Yeah.
So you go to 16 hit points. Okay,
Yeah. Right.
that was an action, I think.
Should
So-
have been, I think.
So you can still use a bonus action to cast a spell if you want to. Otherwise, that's your turn.
Yeah, I will use my. No. Okay, it is. Told it dead again.
That's not a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm sorry. Yeah, that I can do. I will use my Shield of Faith on Bob.
Okay, Bob has +2 AC. I'm going to put. I think I made an icon at some point. Yeah.
How long does that
And-
last?
10 minutes.
Up to 10 minutes.
Nice.
Or until Krivkash loses concentration.
So the entire fight, if he doesn't lose concentration.
Yeah. Okay, at the end of Krivkash's turn, the dragon is going to spit at Bob, who is holding him to the ground. With aid of Del, of course. But he rolls an 11, so he completely misses. Bob, your turn.
Think you missed the dragon's turn since he takes one at the end of the
No,
rotation.
It's
was
just
that
that it's the next
Right
one is
after
the
you.
dragon's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the spitting, but he missed you, so
Oh.
it's your turn.
Wasn't sure if that was the reaction to Krivkash or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was after Krivkash's turn.
Then I want to try and reel this dragon in to kind of like subdue him more and see if I can, I don't know, make it easier for others to hit.
Okay, give me another athletics check. This time just a normal one, because Del can't help you out of his turn.
Okay.
Okay, with a good pull of the rope, you manage to pull the dragon closer to you, so you now have a very angry dragon at the end of a very short rope.
And because I'm now, I don't know, I have all the adrenaline of I now have a dragon that is roped up, I am going to go ahead, use my action surge.
Action surge.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure, let's do Booming Blade.
Okay. You do manage to hit. So it is now an even angrier dragon. With
It's a
even
pet.
more status icons. Yeah, you're not very good at this whole how to train your dragon thing.
And then, since I do have one more bonus action. Oh no, that's an action, that's an action, that's an action.
I think most of your spells are actions.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. Okay. That works for me.
Yeah, and you already used second wind, that's also bonus action, but...
Yep.
Okay. Then it is the dragon's turn. Who does not appreciate being held at a short rope, so he's going to move over here. Where he's going to move? Let's say he moves over here and he's trying to scratch both you and Del.
And I'll impose disadvantage with my protection.
Okay. Which, okay. Saves your buttocks because you turned a 20 into a 16, and you both managed to evade the attack thanks to your shield. And right, he does take booming blade damage. Let's rid of this icon, and you also notice that his throat is starting to glow again. Zuru. Zuru.
Is she on mute?
She's reading her
Oh.
character sheet.
Yeah.
Or she's
I
not,
I hadn't realized Toulouse was my character's name. Okay.
not enough conditioning.
Yeah. I'm going to move to somewhere where there's hopefully not that many area of effect stuff that he can do. Here. Quarterstaff.
Yeah, solid hit.
And then the last key point for the flurry of what it's called again? Flurry
Flurry
of
of blows. Okay. Which effect do you want to do?
Apparently none because one of them misses.
Yeah, but one of them hits.
Prone.
Prone. Okay, that's a... Which save is it?
I'll look in the... Dexterity.
Okay, a dexterity saving throw. He just manages to make, so he does not prone. At the end of your turn, he's going to make, because he doesn't have much choice at this point, make another slash at you and Krivkash in this case. With a 22. So you both take 11 slashing damage.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah. Krivkash, you make a Constitution saving throw to keep your concentration. That's enough. You keep your concentration. Arya.
Not muted this time.
Hmm?
I guess I'm gonna shoot my longbow at him again and hope for the best.
Okay.
Maybe.
You just miss. Okay, at the end of this turn, it's going to try and escape again. Who's even holding the rope at this point?
I believe Dell still is.
Still
Bob still is.
Still Bob and Dell. Okay, make another athletics check with advantage and. Okay. The dragon rolled a 6, so it does not get away. Dell,
What?
it's your turn.
I was just gonna keep attacking.
Okay.
Jeez.
Nice. Okay, that's another 16 damage. Okay, you do notice that it's starting to look fairly hurt at this point. So does the dragon, because he's going to make another slash at Dell and Bob. Which does not hit whatsoever. Krivkash.
So, I will use a cure wounds on, what was her name again?
Zuru.
So, and this time it's level 2 because I'm out of level 1 slots.
Okay, Zuru gets 13 hit points back.
Nice.
That is very useful.
Zuru. Hex.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What do I do?
You get 13 hit points back.
Okay, it would be nice if it let me show the thing again. Yeah, there it is. 13?
13.
Plus 13, sorry, no, I have 14. No, that's
those
the
are
wrong thing. Sorry.
Krivkash gives you 13 key points.
Very cool.
If only it worked like that. Okay. That's probably Krivkash's turn.
I have a grappling hook as well.
Yeah, but that's an action.
Okay, good.
And Cure Wounds is also an action because that's basically an attack. Okay. Then at the end of your turn, it's going to make another slash at Bob and Del because it's starting to get fairly desperate. Bob does not get hit because of the magic surrounding him, but Dash takes another 8 slashing damage.
That's very Dell.
Yeah, Del, you take another 8 slashing damage. And Bob.
Can I do something with the current grappling hook to, I don't know, try and wrangle him more and hopefully impose disadvantage on his attacks or anything like that?
You can try and knock him prone.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, that's another athletics check. Just a normal one this time. You're not strong enough to push him to the ground. He rolled a 16 on his check.
Yeah. Okay. And that was my action.
That was your action, yes.
That's it. I don't have anything I can use as a bonus action.
Yeah, okay. Then his turn has come up. And his breath is ready, but he can't really hit more than one of you in. So just Bob, make a dexterity saving throw. (15). You take only half damage. So you take 5 fire damage and 3 radiant damage. So 8 in total, simply.
Okay.
Okay, Zuru.
Classical.
Whoops. I had the effect tool still selected. Okay, Zuru. Hex, your turn.
Yeah, I rolled it already.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, your second attack manages to hit him. At the end of your turn, he's going to make another. Oops, sorry. He's going to make another slash at you and Krivkash. Oops. My browser is acting up a bit. Okay. Jeez. 22.
I
You
am
take
going.
another.
Can I
12.
impose a disadvantage?
You can.
Okay, I want to go ahead and impose disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. It stays 22.
Oh.
My new roll was a 25.
Ouch.
Yeah. You take 8 slashing damage, you and Krivkash. And Krivkash, make another saving throw for concentration.
So, how much damage do I take?
8. And you keep your spell up. And Arya, what do you do?
Same thing we do every day.
Try and take over the world with a longbow. Sorry. The shot goes wide again.
Okay,
The dice do not like you today.
it's okay. Ah! Alright.
Cat.
I assumed it was something like that and not the dice. Okay. At the end of Arya's turn, he's going to try and break free again. So, Bob, make another athletics check.
With advantage, since Dell's still helping me? Or just a regular one?
Just a regular one.
Okay.
Does not manage. Dell.
You know what? Bill's attacking it with the sword has been pretty effective so far, so he's gonna keep doing that.
Mm-hmm. If you have a winning strategy, you miss your next attack, I'm afraid. Dragon being fairly desperate is going to try and break free again. Another athletics check.
Okay. Ooh.
You just rolled one better than him, so he stays.
Oh man.
Krivkash.
Okay, so I'm kind of out of spell slots by now. I think we'll keep that one for more healing, which we should actually use, I think. Just the question is on whom?
Well, you have plenty of targets.
Yeah. I think I'll use another set of level 2. So if I move in the dragon's area, I'll get hit with an attack of opportunity, right?
If you
So
move away from him, yeah.
If I move right now next to Dill, just that one square downwards.
Ah, no. It's only if you move out of his reach.
Okay, good. Then I move that square downwards and use my cure wounds on Dill.
Okay, Dell gets 16 hit points back.
Nice.
Okay. What?
You better hold on to that
no,
root.
No, you regain 16 hit points.
Gonna hit plus 16.
Hit minus instead of plus.
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
So, and I'm kind of out of things to do for right now,
Yeah.
so I'll stay
Okay.
put.
And he's going to make another slash at Del and Bob. Because the whole scratchy thing, run thing is not working. Bob is once again protected by the spell. Del takes 6 slashing damage because he just rolled an 18.
It's a minus instead of a plus, right?
Yeah, so
this time
now
minus.
it's minus. The dragon does not have healing claws. Bob,
Why not?
He is not a harm assist.
Harm assist. Ah.
Roberto.
I want to cast Cause Fear.
Okay. Click the spell so I can read what it actually does.
Oh, nope. There we go. Oh, I need to also roll it, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's there. Okay.
I need to make a visit. Becomes frightened of you. Repeat on end of every turn. Okay, I'm going to quickly check what the frightened condition does it again.
It imposes some sort of disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
It has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within being you, and it cannot move closer to you. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Does not make it, so dragon is now also scared.
Ha 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 ha.
More icons! More icons! Okay, that was your action.
Yes.
And it's his turn. Doesn't really have a way to get away at this point, so it's going to keep trying an attack. This time, let's say not Del because not Bob, because Bob is frightening him. So he's going to try and scratch Del and Krivkash with disadvantage, which is good because that's a 17 instead of a 26. Does not get its breath weapon back. Zuru.
Oh, my vengeful assault is on.
No, yeah, but it didn't hit you.
Ah, okay.
Zuru.
Oh, I got a critical. Yes.
Ooh, nice. Give it a good whack on the head, and it looks extremely wounded at this point.
And now I kick him in the nose.
He looks even more wounded now. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
At the end of your turn, it's going to make another slash at you and Krivkash with disadvantage, which turns a critical hit into a 22. So you both take 12 slashing damage.
Okay, I'm dead again.
So, can I do my vengeful assault before I fall over? Probably not.
Sure, because it's cool.
Okay.
So, you can range a weapon, attack against a creature.
On my last breath, I try to hit him with a mace.
As you fall unconscious, with a large swing of your mace, you bash into his brain, and he falls to the ground, and he is dead. But you're still unconscious.
How much damage did I take?
8, and he had 7 hit points left.
Does anyone, and apart for Krivkash, have healing skills?
I have a
Probably
med kit,
not.
so we can at least stabilize him.
Yeah,
you
you
can-
mentioned.
stabilizing.
So I assume you are stabilized. Your
Yes.
allies.
I stabilized my
Hooray.
allies, except for Clink, because, well, I think we're
Why
just.
did why did we cook Clink and left him cooked? I'm still not positive I understood that.
He had
Yeah.
so much damage that he was not unconscious but dead.
Yeah. If
Good
you
turn.
take so much damage that you're like
Minus your life.
yeah, that you get minus your maximum amount of hit points, then you die instantly instead of just being knocked unconscious. And Clink had 1 hit point left, and he took 17 damage, and he only has 14 hit points maximum, so that instantly killed him.
Oh, okay, okay. Now I get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that takes a more powerful spell than just a regular healing spell to overcome.
Yeah.
If
And
has 1 HP again. How is
Yeah.
that?
what?
Because, well, we were stabilized, or is the fight is
Stabilized is still at 0.
Yeah, stabilize doesn't regain hit points. You just don't bleed out. So, as the dragon breathes his last breath, the magic that's infused the surrounding areas get a bit less strong. And Quill pokes his head out of the breach and says, "Huh? Did I miss anything?"
Yes, come here. Go away from the thing. The thing. And don't touch the spears. The spires.
Don't, in fact,
But
don't
I-
touch anything.
But I want to study it.
No touchy.
Too bad.
Someone should kill him to revenge the birds.
Yeah. This is more or less the end of what the adventure does.
Cool.
Oh, I thought we were going to find the people that were missing in the alcove or anything.
You found the monsters that killed them.
Oh, they're killed, but we didn't even find their bodies yet.
No,
How
they
do
were
we know
eaten.
they're killed?
They were eaten.
And how do we know that?
I told you. You remembered it with the slugs that they dissolve and eat their enemies.
But they could have still escaped. Okay, whatever. Okay.
And if they escaped, they would have ended up here, right? And if they would have ended up here, we'd be finding their bodies in the ravine or whatever.
They don't have to run to the dragon when they're fleeing from snakes, slugs. They could go anywhere else.
Yeah, but the adventure doesn't really say where they went.
Okay, so we know they're dead. Okay.
I think it was pretty fun for a one shot, for a
Yeah.
quick little.
It was an appropriate ending for today.
Yes.
It's just too bad
Cribcash.
that Clink died.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just the dice did not like you today.
Yeah. Wizards get a really shit run for their hit points compared to
Well-
everything else.
It really doesn't help if you put your constitution at 10 instead of like 14.
Well, it's 9, but still. Oh wait, no, it was 10. wasn't it?
No, it's 10.
It's even worse.
No, it is 10, but normally you put your constitution at 12 or 14, which is 2 extra hit points then per level, which does make a difference.
Yeah.
And your AC is higher.
Not with constitution, no. If your hit points bother you a bit, you can always use the level 4 feat to take the tough feat, which gives you 2 extra hit points per level.
Oh, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, and it keeps counting up, so at level 4 you get 8 extra hit points, at level 5 it's 10, and so
Yeah.
on.
Well, Dino did say that as a part of our regular campaign, he'll let us choose a feat and an ASI for the first time at level 4, so you can get to level
Yeah,
4. That might help.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, ability score improvement. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. But I always want, like, I'm always conflicted on which one I should take.
The question is whether I add to intelligence or dexterity. If I add to dexterity, I can stab things better with my new magic sword.
That actually worked out really well in the ship. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm just going to
Yeah.
stab him in the eye. Oh, look, crit.
Yeah. Well, I
And
think
now I have
your-
a magic sword as well that I can throw 20 foot without penalties, and I can use it 10 turns in a row.
Well,
Nice.
your stats are actually fairly neatly lined up to increase both of them by 1, and then you both take them to the next level.
Yeah, it's just whether I do it at level 4 for dexterity or level 8 for dexterity. I'll probably do it for level 8 because I'll be fine for hitting things for a little bit.
No, you get to increase one ability score by 2 or 2 scores by 1. So at level 4 you can increase dexterities to 18 and intelligence to 16.
Okay, you've just made Clink OP.
I can deal with it, I think. I just put in more of these dragons.
No, you can't because
Like
Clink
5 of them.
Clink now has a dexterity bonus high enough to take a level of rogue. Can you imagine Clink throwing swords while also being getting sneak attack?
That's a thing you can do, but that would then be the level after level 4 because, well,
Yeah,
you get the ability score increase at level 4 in the wizard class, not at level 4 of your character.
4th class, not 4th character. Damn.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, that sucks.
yeah. Well, you can
That
always.
really should be 4th character level, not class level.
The reason for it is that ability score increases are actually class features, and different classes get them somewhat differently. Like fighters get 2 extra, rogues get 1 extra, and you also have to keep it in mind for multi-classing so you don't miss them.
Mine's annoying.
Well, yeah, it's a limitation of the system. So, what did everyone think of the boss mechanic?
A little too OP. I would have done every second turn.
I think it really depends on the damage it does. Like, the amount of damage he was putting out might have been just a little high for every turn, but if it was every other turn, it might have been also a little low, especially once we started working with different mechanics. Like with me roping him, he no longer could get away. That kind of helped mitigate it. If I was smart, I would have done fear a little bit earlier. That would have mitigated a lot of it as well. So
Yeah, that would have been
It's
useful.
it's an edge case. If we
Yeah.
hadn't maybe
Yeah.
a bit down.
Basically, if we were able to lock down his actions, we would have been fine. But since
Yeah.
we weren't initially, the extra actions were problematic.
Yeah, so I think the mechanic in itself worked, but I probably gave him a little too much damage per attack.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
that. Yeah. The
Yeah,
mechanic
okay.
itself is really cool,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
And I think, and there was probably a couple different ways we could have done this. For example, if Krivkash also did a grappling hook, we probably would have been able to easily pin him prone, which would have done quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
I would
well,
also probably drop his normal turn, because he doesn't need it if he's getting an action or move every round.
Well, to be specific, he still needs a normal turn because some things he can only do on his turn. For example, his
Change those to once per round then.
for example, his breath weapon, which he got once per turn.
Yeah, so
he could only do on his turn.
So simply for the boss monsters, change once per turn items to once per round. So he still gets his 6 actions spread across the round, and he only gets to cast his breath weapon once in one of those.
Yeah.
If it's a full turn action, he uses that once a round.
Or it takes a certain number of actions to recharge as opposed to a certain number of rounds to recharge.
Well, the recharge mechanic is just it rolls d6 on the end of its turn, and if it rolls a 5 or a 6, then it can use its breath weapon
Gotcha.
in his next turn.
Got
That's why I said you see his throat start to glow again, or I didn't say it when it didn't get it back.
No, I think it was cool. It may just need a little tweaking, but for the most part, I think I definitely think it worked well.
Yeah.
I think
it had a little bit less damage, the differences in the combat would be that A, maybe Clink wouldn't have gone down, and B, we would have probably just had to use a little bit less healing, but we still would have had to use a lot.
Yeah, if he
well,
didn't have an AoE attack, it would have been fine.
And
yeah, I didn't really count on anyone dying permanently, so it was also tweaked to 6 characters and not 5, which probably didn't help. But
Yeah, and it also really depends. Like our regular party, we have a barbarian in the group. We don't have a fighter. We have a bard, which is also kind of more buffing, instead of a monk. We'd have a rogue instead of a ranger, so we also have a bit more burst damage too.
Yeah, and the character I played now is suboptimal. I wanted to play with a race class combination that was not really that good, so I wanted to try that for once.
And I can say I'm liking fighter. I just don't think a pure tanky is viable unless you really utilize certain things that I would have had to really utilize fear in order to prevent myself from taking so much damage.
Yeah, and in previous versions, if you're playing a fighter, you basically have to know the grapple rules inside and out.
Yep. And then you got Dell, who was playing kind of the multi-class, which really kind of showcased, hey, Warlock plus Fighter is very viable.
I was afraid of to an extent, but then I was like, you know what, I have my abilities like to their own best. I was afraid of showing other people off a little bit. I think my showcase will be less prominent at higher levels when people have other stuff.
yeah, well, the multi-class works, but you get your fighter things, and the downside is that you get your second level spells at the next level instead of this one, while the other casters already have it, so bonus and disadvantage.
It's true, yeah.
But I can say that as a fighter, when you go that protection, that's actually pretty badass, because being able to impose disadvantage on so many times helped out.
Yeah. And Bo had his healing mechanics as well, like as a fighter. It was his like penis or something that came from.
No, it was fun. I think you did a good job, Dino.
Okay.
Good job.
That's good, and I can use this mechanic to murder you in the normal campaign as well.
I'm actually curious now to see how our regular guys are going to stand up to it.
No. Although probably not with this exact dragon.
Sure.
It would be a bit odd in the middle of Baldur's Gate, suddenly Void Dragon.
Cool.
In the middle of the dungeon, suddenly dragon.
Wait, you mean Krivkash suddenly appears? He wasn't with us before?
Maybe that's exactly what they need, is a dragon in the middle of a dungeon. I mean, if you gotta mix things up, might as well, right?
It
It's
was
Dungeons
locked
and
there.
Dragons. I don't think that's called mixing it up.
The dragon was locked in the dungeon to protect a treasure like the one from Harry Potter.
Maybe.
And it's gone blind from all the years at the dark.
Are you sure you want to give me IDs like that?
Yes.
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut it there, but yeah,